So I'll give you a very loose previously on the Vampires of Transylvania. So the last time we got together, we actually had a guest with us. We had Corvum, played by Warwick, and the guys hadn't met up with him in a good couple of weeks. Yous had just came back from the island, the kind of yellow mist-filled, maddening island, where yous almost went a little bit insane, but yous managed to beat the astral god Hastur on the island, and Balgrim's got himself a new shiny weapon and a set of claws that seems to have some kind of magical property to it as well. You came back, and Soren was delighted to find that it was actually Varishka that had asked Berdan the sailor to go back to the island to see if they were still alive. There was then rocks fall, everyone dies, pretty much, as the sky opened up and massive bits of this building started raining down on top of the port, after a fireball incident as well.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the fireball incident. So our three decided to make a quick getaway from the port and to travel back up to Varishka's home. But it was Balgrim. His kind of keen senses kicked in, and things weren't right in the port town. There was a heavy guard presence where there hadn't been before. There was these people walking around in yellow cloaks, and outside of the building that was Brisma's establishment was now some kind of construction going on, and there were sailors impaled from spine to mouth in the front kind of like area. To Balgrim kind of like having a quick look and noticed that it was the sailors that had stood and watched you three fight Vlad previously. You then went up, met Varishka and her mum, and begrudgingly they let you stay over. However, Soren and Varishka had a little almost midnight stroll where Soren confessed his feelings for Varishka, and they were very much reciprocated. However, there was a bit of a miscommunication when Soren was telling Varishka about everything that they'd dealt with and found in Transylvania, and Varishka, having lived a very sheltered life, didn't really believe him, and had said that the people that had been killed by Vlad were traitors to the crown, heretics, blah blah blah. Soren kind of knew better and managed to convince Varishka that maybe everything wasn't as it seems on the surface. They then had a long rest and decided that they were gonna go down to the dock to investigate the large structure that was being built down the other end of the dock. There was also talk of potentially trying to meet up with Davros at some point. And yeah, Corvum kind of disappeared off into an alleyway and hasn't been seen since. Balgrim, what about you? What else do you remember? What has been happening with Balgrim over the last couple of weeks?
Not much. Honestly, it's been a long time.
I know. Any kind of story, like kind of bits that you think are like good to bring up? How's he feeling? How's he like wanting to progress? Is there anything that he's interested in?
Yeah, so I think he's at the moment very frustrated because like Balgrim feels like that he doesn't do a step forward, just a lot of steps backward. So they're not even closer to defeating Vlad. It feels like he feels like that he's in some kind of stalemate. And yeah, he's a bit frustrated.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And Soren?
Sorry.
Let's see. I guess the last major character arc was with Soren and Seraphon. You know, Seraphon kind of apologizing and trying to live up to Soren's standards and expectations, which were way too high and not achievable, because everyone's a flawed character. And of course, developing relationship with Varishka. And last time I remember there was a lot of lore that we shared with Corvum about the history of the land, and we kind of learned a little bit more about like Tavros, and that there was like dragons and kings and just a lot of history there. I think Soren is most interested in learning about probably the mysterious evil wizard that has maybe blessed Dracula or did a deal with Dracula, because everything changed when that happened. So I think Soren wants to learn more about Tavros and the wizard, and hopefully that might uncover a way to combat or prevent whatever Dracula's plans are. Because now there's churches popping up, and flyers and pamphlets. We get vampire Mormons out here that we need to deal with. So, oh yeah, Soren's still pushing on, still strong, and he's gonna try and survive every day.
Nice. And last but not least, Seraphon. How are we doing?
Yeah, so I mean, from the last session, like, I'm really concerned about, like, this blockade, this big tall structure that's getting built. I'm not a fan of this church at all. And, that's really got me angry and on edge with it being built, this expansion of, in my mind, the church from the city now expanding out and exerting its influence upon these people, these simple people, the fishing village, and how I don't know, and all these, in my mind, vampires essentially in the yellow clothing and robes, going around giving out the vampire Mormon pamphlets, and yeah, I think really it's mainly desserts. Of course, the last session we came across, or Bolgrim came across, Phil, the black goat, in the forest on one of his watches, which is, me knowing who full well Phil, well, roughly is, I've seen him before, and the deal that he offered me back then in London. I said, what the hell are you doing here? Good man. And yeah, of course, was it Cham? Rolled the deck of many things, and I was lucky enough to not die and pick up permanent immunity to electrical damage. That's very exciting. But yeah, so I'm just looking forward to getting the things going again. I feel a bit similar to Boulder, is that it doesn't feel like we're moving things forward to destroy Vlad. It's just we're dancing around the issue. But maybe that's what we need to do for now before we strike.
Perfect. Nice. So yeah, that's a kind of brief rundown of what's been happening. And we open today in the port town. So you've travelled down in the morning, and Corvum disappeared to meet a vendor that he says, oh, don't worry, I'll get you some supplies in the way of like healing potions and stuff like that. You just kind of hang around, wait for Corvum to come back, and he doesn't show up again. However, what does show up is a large pack of rats that run past you all, and these rats have like little harnesses on their backs, and on a couple of the rats attached to these harnesses is small kind of like red vials with some kind of very crudely written lettering on it that says health potion, and you all receive a health potion each, and your change is thrown down as well as the rats scurry past.
Oh, nice.
Seems as if Corvum managed to get you what you were after.
Wow. Thank you, rats. What?
I never thought I'd be able to trust a rat, but
those were some very well-trained rats. I've not seen anything like that before. I wonder if that's normal here in Transylvania.
tricky, really tricky.
Well, I hope we see Corvum again soon. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I hope so. Seems to come and go, but he always comes through. I hope he's on a mission to find more information for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was quite informed, so we have more things to go off of. Oh yeah, the I don't know, where are we at right now, DM?
So you have just kind of arrived into the port town. So if you remember, the fireball incident and then the falling building incident happened last night. So as you are looking, so the town's on a slight slant and slope that goes down to the water's edge. You can see piles of rubble in some bits of this town. There's cindery kind of smoke still coming from some areas, but the vast majority of the fires have been completely put out overnight. But there is a kind of buzz of people kind of running around trying to salvage things or trying to kind of move rubble out of the way, because it's a working town. So this has been extremely detrimental to the morning's, activities.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of buzz of what the hell was that? Why was buildings falling from the sky?
Oh boy.
Well, I hope we didn't catch his attention with that fireball incident.
Ooh.
We had a brief encounter with him already at the harbor. I don't want a rematch so soon.
No, certainly not.
Yeah, I think probably leaving the port for a little bit just to help lay low for a while. I don't know if they're building something big here and there's a church established where the old inn used to be. It's not good for us to be here.
And those poor sailors just killed for sea and fled. Wrestled into the water by the docks. Poor men.
Well, what do you suggest we do? We do have the debt that we owe to Bearden.
Yes, we do. It's probably best we settle our debts there.
Mm-hmm.
So those his sailor friends?
Yeah, maybe we can find Bearden and he can introduce us properly. Even though Bearden's kind of weird. The way he speaks and his accent is just... I don't know. I've not quite seen it like that for an elf.
And he has some business with pirates. We should be on our guard.
Have either of you dealt with pirates before?
No.
No.
Hey, I've heard a lot of tales.
I'm trying to stay away from the water. Not sail on the water. A dwarf should never sail on the water.
Well, you were very keen on dunking and wrestling with Dracula in the water.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe your attitude's changed.
It was a dire situation.
Try to drown him.
And I hadn't a bath for a long time, so I thought maybe I could sum up 1 and 1 and get both out of my... Yeah.
Wait, was Balgrim trying to drown Dracula?
No, he just wanted to stall some time.
Yeah, because I was thinking try to drown an undead. I don't think that would work.
It's not really possible, yeah. But you never know.
No
you
air
never know.
or
It
food.
could possibly happen. Who knows?
It's so good.
Who knows?
Who knows?
This is In D&D, everything is possible.
So yeah, so this is maybe around like, I don't know, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. And Berdan had said to you that it would be like 2 days, so this is like day 1, so tomorrow would be when this he basically says the ship you can't miss, will turn up.
Right.
So you've got a bit of time. Yeah, you've got a bit of time today to do whatever. Prepare or go and explore or whatever.
I think we could use this time to see what they're building and maybe check out the inside of the church of... I don't know if they gave us a name for it. Just Vlad's church? Because they're calling him a god now.
Didn't they give us this flyer or what this was?
Oh,
like maybe there's a map or something or a way description on it.
Yeah, you're the map guy, Bulgrim. What does it say?
I don't know. I'm just like looking if I have the flyer on me. I don't know.
You had the flyer on you, yes.
Okay.
You said you were going to use it for toilet paper.
Oh yes. Oh, I remember. Oh.
Did Bulgrim take a shit yet?
It was a long time.
I'm sure Barishka and her mum had toilet paper you could have used. So yeah, you still have the flyer.
Okay.
And it's in the kind of the common tongue. So you're reading over it, and it's it gives you the opening times, which is 8 and 8. And it says there's a service, there's prayer, there's offerings, and it's very much along the lines of, we expect everyone to attend and to come with a kind of like a contribution, essentially.
Oh, God. More taxes. Okay. Who wants the money? Okay. Okay. Well, 8 p.m. tonight, so we have some time. We could explore at just look from afar what they're building, yeah?
Good idea. Maybe we should look for some kind of disguise. I don't think it's wise that we are going into the church or near the church in how we are looking now.
That's
Maybe
very
some
wise.
robes or something with a hood. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Something more. Yeah. I know what you mean.
I look down at my robes.
Your very tattered robes.
I think I will do the opposite of what I usually do to fit in. Maybe just like a simple tunic or commoner's clothes. Or maybe like dock worker clothes I can wear. But yeah, Bulgrim and... our party is quite distinguishable between a dragonborn, a dwarf, and a halfling walking together. So, yeah, I think I'll change into some commoner's clothes or buy something like that. And that should be good for me. You two can choose what you want to do. I don't know. I feel like you guys would know best what to do to change your appearance.
And I don't know. I'm a bit obvious unless I completely cover myself in a big heavy hooded cloak. I don't know. Be completely covered. Is that more of a... Is that drawing more attention to myself? I'm just a person in a would head to toe in a cloak and hood.
Seraphon, how many days has it been since you communed with Grograth?
Oh, yeah, a couple.
How long roughly? So the black scales are all up one side of your arm, on your neck, and starting to creep onto your face. But how long roughly?
The last time I spoke with him.
So yous were 9 days on the island.
I directly spoke with him. That would, oof, jeez, it's been a while.
Mm.
Have you even spoken to him since like the apology, like,
No.
or like when you had like the talk with us?
No.
Oh
it-
wait! Didn't
That
you?
was a while back.
Yeah, didn't you talk when Corvin was there? You at least you heard something from him, I guess.
He's like
That's the last time.
That's the last time he spoke
Yeah.
to me. But so far as communing, praying to Golgoroth, it's been a while. Probably not since the Den Mountain, asking him to release a hand on the mountain.
Ah, that's right, and he struck you down. Okay, right, 2 seconds.
Sure did.
To make...
Oh, great.
2 seconds to make a roll.
This one, well, yes.
I hope he does lightning damage.
No.
Well, his name is the Frozen Doom, so I don't know.
So, since that day in the mountain where you were struck down by Grograth and your wing was torn, you've had a kind of like a pain that's been in your back, and you've been thinking to yourself, oh man, it's sore, but it's probably from like the fall that I had. Even though Balgrim did catch you, kind of still landed with a thud. But the small of your back today is particularly bothering you. Like you're kind of noticeably like rubbing it.
Okay. Yeah.
You have some itch? Should I scratch?
No, it's not a scratch. It feels like I've been sleeping with a rock in my back for weeks. Not a rock, but but a rock. It's like there's a knot in the pain that just won't abate.
Yeah, it's achy.
We could take a quick look at it. Sometimes when I was growing up, my sister and mom would make me look at like their backs to see if there were like sores or scratches or something on it, and I don't know. I could.
I think yes, that might be handy. We can find somewhere private.
Oh, Corvum's alleyway is right over there. He loves skulking in that corner.
True.
It's
not?
perfect.
Let's try that.
Corvum's
Yes.
corner.
Yeah, Cove. It's
So yeah,
Covum's alley.
Yeah,
Covum's alley.
you scurry over to the alley, and Seraphon kind of like lifts his robe at the back and moves the armor out of the way, and you see some of the black scales are starting to kind of like wrap themselves round the small of his back.
Not just going up your neck, Seraphon, it's on your back as well.
I have to. Damn deal. I think if we don't get this done, we consumed by this to become something.
We should make that a priority after our trip with the pirates.
Yes, I think so. And like, to myself, just thinking like, tonight I'll speak with you, Gorgoroth.
Ho ho ho. Give a telling to.
Oh no.
Okay. So yeah, the rest of the day is yours. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'll buy some commoners' clothes.
Yeah, that is cheap. Like there's worker like kind of like shops that you can buy just kind of like dock hand clothes or kind of like something for like physical labor. And
yes,
they don't exactly have like halfling size, so they have dwarf size, so it's a little bit big on you. But you could get a belt or something, wrap it around you, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I was envisioning like a white like long sleeve shirt with kind of like a little bit like puffy sleeves anyway, you know, and like a brown vested tunic type thing, just like a classic Renaissance type of look or something, or I guess we're in never mind, the 1900s or something.
Yeah, 1800s. I mean, it probably was a white shirt at one point, but it's kind of like it's a bit grey. I mean, if you're in Transylvania, you'd probably find a nice white shirt, but here, absolutely not.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Yeah, would look for a cloak, something like with a hood.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the simple clothes that people wouldn't even bat an eyelash at you buying, you know. So it's like boots, cloaks, tops, trousers, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, you can get something easily.
Oh, some new boots, yeah, too. I would also take some new boots.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time I transformed, they
burst a
had
little.
a little bit of hole in it. So it wouldn't be a bad idea.
They actually have like pretty decent leather boots. You feel like the one thing that they maybe don't scrimp on is footwear, because if you get your feet wet, you can get, you know, foot rot, gangrene, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So they have decent boots and shoes.
Yeah. Then I buy some nice black boots.
Yeah, you're literally like a couple of silver.
Oh. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do, Seraphon, for your look, if anything at all?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable going in disguised. I think if I can get a good bead and an angle, I can support from outside. Help if I need to.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with that. Otherwise, I will come with you if you need my support in there.
No, you have your own stuff to deal with, and yeah, we don't want to put you at more risk.
Thank you.
You don't feel like you're, I don't know, losing your strength, Seraphon, do you? I know you're in pain, but you're still able to operate how you normally do?
I think so. I have, at the moment, I have full control over my faculties, and apart from my wing being broken and taken from me, I am still Seraphon, though changing.
Okay. Let's check out the construction site next. Construction zone.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way down through the rest of the port town. Like I say, bit of destruction as you go down, and you can see bits of the building kind of sticking out of the ground. Some bits are kind of lodged in the side of buildings that they've maybe collided with, and people are trying to do their best to clear everything, but don't really have the equipment for it, so it's mostly just manual labour. They're trying to move everything by hand, so it's probably going to take a bit of time. But you get down to the port, and the port's less busy than what it would normally be, potentially because people are helping up in the actual town bit. But sure enough, as you come down to the port, off to the kind of the right hand side where a couple of the kind of larger ships are docked, you see the structure that is still under construction, and people are working on it just now. So it's like a large kind of square, large rectangle wooden like scaffolding that's being put up just now.
Interesting. How tall does the scaffolding go up?
Oh, let me think. So
Scotty's got to research construction of the 1800s.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see larger ships, maybe like kind of cargo ships and stuff like that, parked next to this thing, and it's a little bit bigger than the larger ships.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh, no. Okay, Bulgrim. Maybe one of us asks, we like, we'll casually like, what are you building? And I could pretend to be like your son or something. I'm pretty small. And like maybe the child's curiosity can initiate you asking, the builder what they're building.
All right. Let's give it a try. It's not working, we can still knock them down.
Wait, the scaffolding?
Oh, no, I mean the guards.
Oh. Oh. I was like, wait, what? We're about to pull a Final Fantasy on this thing? Okay. Okay. Do we see any, like, a bit, like, of the scaffolding or people, like, I don't know, maybe I'll look for, like, a foreman or someone who's kind of ordering people around?
Yeah, give me investigation. First roll of the night.
Of, like, the month.
Yeah! Oh my god!
We're back.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
22 investigation.
22. Yeah, so you stand and you observe for a little bit of time. And you see they've basically got all the wood like kind of lying up on the shoreline. So a lot of people are going, grabbing the wood and then bringing it to the structure. Then you've got the people that are actually building the structure. But you see someone kind of like standing back with a medieval clipboard. Kind of like, over there, kind of. And it seems to be a bit more well-dressed than the people that are working there,
Okay. I will grab Bulgrim's hand and kind of like an eager child.
Yeah.
Pull him through, and I'll put on my best act. Like, Daddy, what are they building? Whoa! Wow!
Oh, my son.
It's so big.
Good that you asked. This is one of the finest shipyard in these parts. They are all skilled workers. I am sure they're building something.
I want to know, Daddy, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, before we do that, both of you give me
Important,
performance.
sir.
Like a performance? Okay, I'm gonna burn my inspiration point for advantage.
Bulgrim, you need performance as well.
Oh yeah.
17.
Yeah. This is so funny.
Going to be.
I am actually proficient in performance.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's 6.
So
It's plain 6.
So luckily for you two, he seems a bit more kind of like distracted with what's going on in front of him, and he turns out and he's like, yes, what is it?
My son is very. We are how you say
ask him,
that?
Daddy. Just ask him. Jeez.
We just wanted to know what you magnificent builders are building here. Like, it looks very important and well crafted so far.
I wonder what we could be building. If we are building right next to the ships, right on the dock, why don't you use your small head and think about what we are building?
A ship?
What a stupid question.
I just wanted to know. And I'll try and do fake.
See what you done there, good man. Now he's
okay, I'll dash off, pouting.
Anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, you can tell me what you're building so that I can calm down my son.
Oh, bloody nine hells, a ship! A big bloody ship, that is what we're building.
Just a regular ship?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, pretty good, yeah. It's for the Hellstad family, of course. Don't you know nothing?
Of course I know.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me, I have to get my son back. I'm trying to
Good
stomp
day,
away.
sir.
Yeah. You too.
So he says it's for
Trying to follow Soren.
the Hellstad family, which is literally Hell and then STAD. Hellstad.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Hellstad, yeah.
You did a good job, Bulgrim.
Yeah, you too. You were very convincing.
I did my best. It feels a little shameful because everyone assumes that I'm a child and it bothers me, but I don't know, it's kind of fun to lean into it a bit.
Don't get bothered. The thing is, like, as long as they are underestimating you, as long as they don't expect to strike from you.
True.
You're right. Did you...
Sometimes when they think you're small, it's their disadvantage, not yours.
Thank you for that. Did you find out
So-
the name or what?
Yeah, they said like they're building a big ship for the Hellstad family. Never heard of that one before, but seems like they had a lot of money if they can afford a single ship like this size.
Ooh, Miso would like to give a character a point of inspiration. Miso, who would you like to give the point to? Also, hi Squabs, hi Ryan, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. It's been so long since we've done this. Just trying to remember everything. Make you actually roll stuff for stuff instead of just be like, oh yeah. All of yous, Bulgrim, nice, short people. All yous, well, Soren and Bulgrim, give me just like a general intelligence roll.
Sure, okay.
Okay.
And then a +2? Or
Oh.
+1 rather.
Nice.
16.
Like 16.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. 12. Okay, so between the two of yous are kind of like having a discussion about, you know, the ship and the guy saying it was the Hellstad family. And you cast your minds back to having the conversation with Davros and him saying that Vlad had basically commandeered his family's business and his family build ships.
Oh.
You never found out Davros' surname, but it could potentially be Hellstad.
You shipbuilders.
That was his family's trade, and that's why they were so wealthy.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
instead of building a ship for the Hellstad, they building a ship for Vlad.
I think you're right. That's
more.
definitely not Davros building that. He
Uh.
would not do that at all. I don't think he's in a position to do that.
One more reason to burn it down.
Unless I feel like we should ask Davros what he thinks we should do. Because maybe we wouldn't want to put a good ship to waste, would we? He might have use for it. But worst case, and I'm all down for burning it down. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming since we found Seraphon, and I would share all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seraphon, he did great. Bulgrim is a great performer.
It's a natural.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. It's interesting that it might be Davros' family. They, maybe he doesn't have a choice and has to keep his charade up, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, it's best we ask him and I'm sure Vlad, if he knows about it, he must know about it and what Vlad shared with him. What
The city is too small. I feel like it's very hard to have secrets in the city because all of the undead know each other. They all do the same activities. It's a very secluded and isolated city as well.
Probably Vlad. Does he actually meet people much outside of his castle?
Does he
Besides the people he has to.
That's a good question.
Davros did say that Vlad essentially seized power, or they just are sick of it.
So Vlad's family, Bulgrim, you would know this, have always been the ones that have been the rulers of Transylvania. Like, it was Vlad's father before him, before him, like, it goes back generations. But
it's more like inheriting.
But the bloodline seems to become more and more, what's the right word? Tyrannic? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. More and more tyrannic as time has went on, and Vlad seems to be the worst of the worst. War and just, like being too greedy with like bits of land that he wants and stuff like that.
That has me thinking, Seraphon. Maybe that's a good. Where else does he go and visit in the country?
Yeah.
We could probably learn. I mean, he's visited us twice. Well, one in the city, but one out here. And he was upset about the eggs. So I don't know if he did that personally, but he seemed to have a connection to that place outside of the city.
Yeah.
So we might have other things like that around the country.
Maybe we should ask this Davros. Maybe he knows a bit more about Vlad's obligations.
Right. Wow. And there might be other families too that he's put under his own bloodline. Like Davros' family, what are the other families' trades, and are they doing something in the country as well?
Good point.
Yeah.
If you remember, when you had the discussion with Davros, you had asked him, are you alone in your way of thinking of, wanting to get rid of Vlad? And he had says, we need to be careful about it, but there are other families that feel the same way.
I do recall that. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should looking for him, so that we can ask him some questions.
Yeah. Although, did he say how he was gonna contact us next, or how we contact him?
Nope. So
No.
he found yous because yous weren't making any attempt to kind of like conceal your movements. And he says, it's not hard to track down a dragonborn, a dwarf, and a halfling traveling together. But when he was leaving yous the last time, he basically says, "I'll find yous again," but he didn't say how or where or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. He also says that he has to be careful because obviously he is within the circle that Vlad runs in, and he doesn't want to be, caught. I may or may not have asked Marble to do some rolls off screen yesterday.
Oh.
Things work in the background while yous are doing your things.
Oh no. Okay. Well, we'll be here for the next few days at least. And we have been here for, technically 9 days with the time gap. So, after we do this job and we're getting prepared to leave, we could leave a message if we don't end up seeing him about where we're going next.
Maybe. He seems handy enough. You found us.
Yeah.
Handily. So. And Drug not leave any messages at all, to be honest. Just in case.
No.
Okay.
So, what we want to do now?
Yeah, we have time until the evening service.
Should we just check out the church? So maybe that we find when things got ugly, we could escape. So we find something like check out if there's a back door or something. So
that's very good thinking. That didn't occur to me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Soren is fanboying over Balgrim today.
So cute.
After the small people power and all the acting, just stars in my eyes.
We got this. We got this.
It's so cute. Okay, so the church is now, the church was Brisma's establishment, so you know where it is. And if you remember right, so Brisma's establishment just kind of like sat on its own, a wee bit away from the kind of the main streets, and it was like a small one-story building. And you went in, there was the wee reception, and then it was just like in a small 6 rooms, kind of like facing each other, and then there is a back door because Serphon had to leave through the back door, remember? With the dirty dishcloth over his head.
Oh, yes.
And there was the big spill in the hallway.
However, when you turn up to it, it does look different. They've been working on it now for about 10 days it is. So they've built a large fence round the outside of it. There are 2 guards kind of like stationed on the outside at the entrance. Behind that you can see they've kind of like dug like a courtyard and kind of laid slabs because it was just all mud before. It's kind of hard to see, but if you kind of peer around a little bit, you can still see that the stakes are in the ground and the sailors' bodies are still on full display. And the building itself looks as if it has had a quick lick of paint. So it's like a sand kind of color almost now. So it's been painted, but it's still one story. They've not like kind of built it up as of yet. So they've spruced the place up, built a big ass fence around it, and put some corpses in the front garden.
Lovely. I have some weird decoration tastes, I must give them that.
That takes me back to how he decorated the ship that crashed into London
Yeah, he has like a knack for skewering corpses. Maybe he now wants to compensate something.
Oh man, Balgrim, you got skewered by that.
Yeah, I know.
I think that was disgusting to witness.
Yeah, you
And
were.
it was terrifying.
Yeah, I hope it will not come to that again.
You know, this yellow color, we keep seeing it everywhere, and it's starting to bother me.
How so?
I don't know, I think there were some buildings in the city, and the church officials also wear these yellow robes too. And they repainted the building yellow. It's being used repeatedly.
Well, Seraphon, you're a man of the cloth. You remember what maybe yellow could stand for? There's some religious meaning in that.
Well, I could try.
You can give me a religion.
Things have changed, obviously.
7. You're kind of confused because yellow's normally a very positive color. It's represents like joy and happiness and life and all that kind of stuff, but everything around this yellow screams like, very sinister. But you're not able to kind of pinpoint, the exact meaning or, religious meaning of it.
I'm sorry, Boulder.
It's fine.
It's pin out, at least in this area, what it's possibly tied to. I think more remains to be discovered and uncovered. I'd rather see the whole building burn.
Not Brisma's establishment.
She was so mean to me. Like, I'm just like...
I know. I kind of feel bad for her though, because like her home and livelihood just got kicked out. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, can we find Brisma, actually?
You could try, yeah, if you want.
She's
good
still
idea.
about.
You could investigate or something like that, see if you can find her.
There we go. We can take her out to dinner before service.
Investigation.
Aha, you could all give me investigation. 2.
Sure.
18.
Let's
Oh my
take
god.
it.
Nice.
She's
Good
doing well.
rolls.
1, wow.
Nice.
So you ask around a little bit to see, if Brisma's made herself known since she got kicked out, and there's a couple of people that were kind of like, oh yeah, she was taken out kicking and screaming, she wasn't too happy about them taking over, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's see. I need to make a roll. So, okay, so that is okay. So you're chatting away to one person, and it's this guy, and he's like, unfortunately, I think she was crushed by some of the buildings that fell the previously night.
Oh.
I just made a roll, odds or evens, whether she was alive or not, and odds, she got crushed.
Oh no! 50% chance at living.
She
Poor
was
thing.
squished.
Oh, it's so awful. Brisma, no. Well, don't be racist, children. To get crushed by a meteor.
You shall get your comeuppance.
Brisma no more.
This is literally.
Oh
Oh my gosh. Seraphon, we could make like a fairy tale from this moment. Like there once was a party of 3 that went to stay at an inn. But she denied the Dragonborn and was rude and kicked them out and was crushed by a meteor. The end.
Hmm. Okay.
It's the beginning of
good.
the
We need a catchy title.
cautionary tale.
Pretty good
Yes,
folktale. Yeah.
Right? It really is.
Made a pretty good folktale, yeah. So
Oh.
how about Dragon's Revenge?
I do like it.
Smite.
I don't know, it needs to be a bit more like this. Needs to be something like Brisbane and the Three Travelers or something like that. Or the Inn and Three Travelers and or
Yeah, well, say you want to name and drop her specifically.
it's like
It's like
every single
adding
time
her
it's
on
told
socials.
ever, it's just like, or is this like Brisbane?
Brisbane.
You know, we should keep her. We should probably name drop her. Brisma and the Three Travelers. The last thing of her that lives on is a lesson to others.
Don't be mean.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Where's the bard when you need one?
Oh. Different universe. Okay. Wow. So sad. Tragic.
Yes, I admit I was hoping to. She was still alive. Convince her into our side, as it were.
No.
She's been burnt and
Crushed.
hard done by.
Oh no, she was squished.
Use her. We could have used her anger, hopefully, but never mind.
If there's any comfort in it, it was like she didn't even know she was dead. It was it's fine.
While we've been walking around,
Uh-huh.
like through the town and the villages kind of stuff, have we overheard, or you might need to specifically ask, what are people saying and think about the sailors who were killed?
Oh.
Did we learn about that at all?
You can give me perception. See if you can hear people like talking about it.
I think I will help
ready?
someone. Provide the help action.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Instead
you
of
can
rolling.
give someone advantage.
I will give Bulgrim advantage.
I think Bulgrim, you already get like advantage.
I already
Yeah.
get advantage.
So
That's
give
our
it-
I will
fun.
help Seraphon.
Yeah.
I'll roll it. I'll roll.
If you
Yeah.
want.
Then
So
You'd roll pretty good,
19,
though.
12,
19 and
20. Okay, so 19 and 20. Yeah, so I mean, you wandered around like and spoke to people. The music's crackly, thank you. You walked around and spoke to people about Brisma and to try and get information on her whereabouts. And naturally, the church kind of like comes up in conversation because it was her establishment that was used and taken over. It's a very mixed bag and kind of a little taboo potentially. Some people kind of like spit in the ground and are like, goddamn traitors, they deserve what they got kind of thing. Others are very much like, oh, it's such a shame what happened to those sailors, their poor families, and it's very 50-50 when you're talking to people.
Ooh, okay. Like I still want like the people of this village to like rise up in dissent, but I just get the feeling Vlad will just kill everyone in the whole village. And I wouldn't want to put people at risk of that.
Yeah.
Considering that he just killed sailors for seeing him get his ass beat for a little bit. What's he gonna do if people just like stand up? That's why I'm hesitant to like say burn down the church. That's the one thing is that there will be retribution. If you burn down the ships, there will be retribution.
It's a difficult situation you find yourselves in because in London, it was very much an invasion and it was all of London against the ship and the vampires and the werewolves and stuff like that. Whereas here, you are kind of have to be, you are having to be careful with what you say and what you do because, this is home turf for him, I suppose, and has had years and years and years to manipulate and coerce people over to his side or stuff like that. And a lot of people here do see Vlad as a hero because, you know, he's defended them from Tavros, which was the first country to kind of like actually try and invade Transylvania. So it's a very mixed bag. Some see him as a hero, some see him as nothing but a kind of warmonger. Some people don't have an opinion on him. You know, it's like what it is here in the UK with the royal family. Some people have Vlad posters up in their bedroom, you know.
You know, and the number of people
Discord. Hi guys.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Crunch. Thank you. So annoying how I can't hear the crunch. It's just you guys. On the guys. Yeah. Thank you. Keep us right.
Yep.
Yep. That was.
Thank you, Miso.
All good now. Perfect. So yeah, very, very mixed reception all round, and the likes of you have an idea now of some kind of like outside factions as well. So the likes of the Venator tribe don't really take anything to do with politics because they just live out in the wild, and you know they aren't disturbed by any of the goings on in Transylvania, vice versa. So
the Dwarvish colony seems kinda a little bit isolated as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Balgrim would know more about that though.
That's it, Balgrim. How do the dwarves feel about the rule and everything? I mean, the politics don't really touch you guys, so.
No, they're more like how you say, like, I wouldn't say coward, but they support the one that's in power so that they can do their business. So they don't mind if it's Dracula or someone else.
Cool.
And well, the people that are competent in this port are quite few, like people that could actually make a difference and help. It'd be like Varishka, Mother, and maybe Bear Dan. And his friends.
The stoner
I mean,
elf.
Bear Dan did save us.
Maybe we should maybe we should found a resistance or something.
Possibly, or just,
Gather up
support
all the people, gather up all the people that have something against Dracula and then just blow his goddamn castle up.
Okay.
By saying like blow his goddamn castle up, we'll take a quick look around if nobody noticed like what I'm saying.
A lot of people are preoccupied with removing rubble and stuff like that, so you're fine. I think Balgrim would know better to, you know, to shout that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe doing this quick jump for Beardan's friends will be very beneficial to us.
Yeah.
So that gives us an in or an acquaintanceship, a relationship like we have with the Venator. A similar vibe.
Some new allies. And despite like I hate water, traveling on the seaway is maybe the best way for a sneaky attack. Like he wouldn't expect that.
Interesting.
And just thinking about our tracks and covering them. When we come back from this job with the pirates, if they can, we should be asked to be left somewhere that's not the port.
Good point.
Too many eyes here.
Yeah.
Anywhere just along the coast that we can make our way inland from. It's probably better. I know, Soren, I'm sorry. but you might have to say goodbye to Marishka before we leave.
Oh.
Might not see her.
All right. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, my priority is the work at the moment. You know, I'm still figuring out my feelings and that. You know, I'm not ready to settle down yet, Seraphon. It's okay.
Okay. Yes, but I think that's something we ought to consider. Maybe somewhere along the coast.
Yeah.
Maybe to the east. Somewhere along the east coast, potentially. But,
Yep.
but we'll see where, well, it depends where the pirates go, really. And what we end up doing.
True.
And if we survive.
They might have other plans.
Yes. This be true.
Yeah, I will try and be very agreeable to whatever the pirates do or say to fit in, and you know, whatever to make them more agreeable to us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not too bad, but might have to get a little dirty.
Wow. It's not dirty work before. We've worked with criminal elements before in London to get things moving. I don't see why.
I didn't hear about that.
Yep. Seraphon lordy standards.
Well,
Seraphon,
you
worked with
you know about
you worked with
criminals.
criminals back in. I didn't know you had underground connections.
Yeah, Seraphon told you about
Oh,
what's his name?
Seraph
Yeah,
Grimlord.
Grimlord, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Seraph
oh, you did
Grimlord.
tell us. I
Yeah,
forgot.
well, he helped me track down my family heirloom. I couldn't have found it without him.
Most of the details that I remember from hearing about the three was, you know, like the human, the halfling, and the dragonborn. But you, like, Seraphon was so pure of heart, or like he changed to white, and I don't know. That's what really I thought was a sign, and that's why I had to come see you all for myself. It was like a miracle that happened.
As Soren's saying this, Seraphon, your back, you're like, oh, like you got your twinge in your back, you're like, ow.
How damn sorry. Laying on the guilt trip.
So what happened to your family heirloom? Did you still have it?
Yes, well, we recovered it. Well, we went to take it back from a group of assassins and another criminal gang. And unfortunately, we failed. But the leader, we destroyed them nearly all, apart from their leader. We met on neutral ground to exchange my family heirloom, our cookbook, our family baking and recipes, in exchange for, well, him leaving and hopefully never being seen again. I left the book in London and had screaming mackerel.
Good that you got it back.
Yes, it's meant a lot to me. I'm glad we had it back.
Wow, that's really heartwarming to hear. And then you did that, and then also, you know, you still pushed through to help London as a whole after you know, finished your first primary goal.
Yes, it was well, wouldn't say that I couldn't have done it without the help of my friends. Obadiah, of course, and Martin.
Yeah, not the one ingredient, the three.
The three. And us three. Us three ingredients.
Huh.
Now it's time for us to be heroes.
Yes. It's kind of confusing though, because there's the first 3 and the second 3, which is 6, but there's only been 5 members. Because Seraphon's a repeat.
Well, he's the most important of the 3 ingredients. Like, you'll always need floor. So
I think you're thinking about this analogy far too deeply. Sorry.
It's
I think
Sword
you're
and
right.
Overthinker, never.
No, just the folk tales have got me thinking today.
Yeah. So after your shopping and then going down to the dock to check out the ship and then just kind of like looking for Breezema, checking out the church and stuff like that. Are you just wanting to do any more investigation of the church, by the way?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So yous are standing outside and the guards are still standing there, armored. They're carrying weapons on them, shields, swords, spears on their back. What are you wanting to do?
So there's a front gate where you can enter.
Yeah.
But I would like to know if there's a way to maybe a window in hindsight that's sometimes open or that can be open, or is there a back door, cellar, something like where you can, for example.
So from where from where you're standing just now, the wall around this place that's been built is quite high. It's probably about the same height as the establishment. So you can't really get a good vantage point from here. So you can scout around or tell me what you're wanting to do to have a nosy.
I would try to do a round, like.
Yeah. So give me investigation. Okay, so Balgrim, you go round this wall to see if you can see anything like around the back or the sides or anything like that. This is a solid like wood wall that's been built all the way around, so it looks as if it's been done quite deliberately, so there is only one entrance and one exit.
So no quick escape, like.
You didn't notice any guards or anything round the back. It just seems to be the front that's guarded. The back kind of just goes into like alleyways and stuff like that.
Shame else. I don't think there's anything more we can check out. Or what do you think, guys?
We visited this a second time today. Has there been any movement inside or outside at all, or has just been the 2 guards and nobody passed by through them?
Yeah, just the 2. So far, it's just the 2 guards. When you came here, yesterday, it was late. So that's when the kind of cloaked figures were handing out brochures. And there was more guards, but just now it's literally 2 guards. The door to the actual establishment itself is closed, and then there's the kind of the wall round about the outside, and there's just a very, very simple kind of like grate door, like metal grated door to join the 2 walls together.
Could climb the fence if need be. Or the building itself from the outside. Just worst case scenario, but it looks like we'll just have to enter normally, just be a part of the service and see what happens and observe. It should be safe.
Okay. Let's try.
Okay, so are you just wanting to timey-wimey it then to the 8 then?
Timey-wimey, yeah.
Timey-wimey.
Skyrim, wait 3 hours.
Yeah, so you make yourself scarce. You go and grab something to eat and kind of discuss, the game plan, I suppose. And then before you know it, let's see, I have the sound somewhere. Bell, church bell, there we go. So it comes up to 8 o'clock and you hear the dong dong dong. So it seems as if they've got a bell, they've built a bell inside.
Yeah, where does that sound come?
That reminds me of our time in the city.
You see a couple of people that have been sitting just in this tiny wee kind of like cafe where you guys are just gonna like all, oh, right, okay, get up and start shimmying out towards the church.
Time for service.
I'm gonna put the hood on a bit deeper to the face. And then, yeah, that's. Yeah.
Okay. And Seraphon, however far you want to hang back, whatever you're comfortable with, it's fine if you're still wanting to wait outside.
Yeah, I'll stay out. I'll just lurk by this alley here.
There we go.
Taking the
You
shadows.
are now the escape route.
I have the call of them.
Skippy.
Just I'll if I feel there's something up, we will. I mean, all smites are blazing.
Why not? Seraphon, give me a stealth roll.
Oh man, I don't wanna.
You're trying to be inconspicuous as everyone else filters into the church and you just stand outside. Well,
You got this.
Well, stand away from it, but...
It's just like I'm standing here.
Yeah, 10. Okay, cool.
I'm still there.
So yeah, as you approach it, Seraphon kind of makes some self-scarfs and dips into one of the wee alleys. Luckily for you, Seraphon, the guards are kind of preoccupied with like directing everyone into the church. So it's like a 2x2 width of the door, so a lot of people line up and then they start kind of like filtering in.
Yeah, and for BRB.
Bolgrim, Soren, what's the plan?
So,
Hey, Daddy.
go in.
Daddy Bolgrim.
Okay, I stretch my hand out. Stretch my hand out. Yeah, sure. English, German, nice. I stretch my hand out to
Yeah.
Soren.
And I will take it.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yous are dressed just like commoners, so they don't even like bat an eyelash at yous. So you pass over the threshold, and it's quite grim when you step over the threshold into the kind of courtyard bit, because the sailors' bodies are still in full display. There's about 6 of them, so it's like 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and a lot of people just kind of like keep their heads down and don't look up. They are now, yeah, it'll be 10 days actually, so the bodies are about 10 days old. So there's good bit of flies flying around them now. There's like liquid that's dripping out of them onto the ground. It's pretty gnarly. One thing that you do notice as you are coming towards the entrance, it's a big kind of nice new wooden door that's been put in place of Breezema's old just kind of rickety shack doors. Both of you give me perception as you are crossing over the threshold.
Okay.
Okay. So Soren, you being a little bit smaller, maybe it's kind of hard for you to see. Bolgrim, you're kind of like keeping an eye out just for anything suspicious. There's markings kind of like been carved into this big wooden door, and bang smack right in the center is a symbol. Try to think if you've seen it before. Balgrim, I don't know if you've seen this symbol before, but it is a triangle, and the bottom of it has like a line running straight down the bottom of it.
Isn't that the one that the didn't the wolf leave that burned?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The two-headed monster wolf we fought a month ago. But
Yeah.
that was horrible.
Yeah, you're
That was
right.
I put a star on it. I said
Yeah.
it's a triangular mark.
Yep. So it's the same symbols on the door. And as you step over the threshold, this place is painted yellow inside. It's quite gaudy, actually. Like, it's quite ghastly. It's a kind of sicky, yellowy kind of colour that's been painted over all the walls. The 6 rooms are still there, and each of them has like a new wooden door on it with the same symbols carved on the outside. And outside of each of the 6 doors is a robed figure, so they're dressed all in these kind of yellow robes. The hoods this time, however, are down. So the first time you had bumped into them, Balgrim, they had their hoods up, but underneath there was this kind of like grated mask that they had on.
Yeah.
None of them are wearing masks, and the hoods are down, and it's like men, women, deadly pale, like gaunt looking in the face. Eyes kind of like milky coloured, just not kind of like not normal looking.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so everyone kind of like lines up, and they basically try and like squeeze as many people in a room as they can. But if you remember correctly, Breezema's rooms were quite small.
Yeah.
So are you and Soren kind of like at the back or the front? Where?
Yeah. We want. I think it's wise to be a bit more like in the background.
The back. Okay.
And then just make ourselves like unnoticeable as good as possible.
Okay, so if yous are at the back, yous are pulled into a side room at the furthest bit of the establishment, so towards the back door. And you could maybe fit around about 14 people in here. And there's just like stools on the floor and kind of like wee rows, and yous are basically asked to have a seat.
Yeah, I offer my seat like to older people first.
Okay.
So if there's a seat left, I would offer it to Soren first because he's the kid.
Aw, yeah. So Soren, you get a wee seat, and Balgrim, you kind of like stand behind Soren with like your hands on his shoulders.
Trying to keep up the appearance like son and dad.
So yeah, everyone kind of sits down, and there's a bit of kind of like hushed mumbling between everyone before the robed figure comes in, shuts the door behind them, and like slowly like shuffles up to the front. And there's just like a small kind of wooden pew that's been put at the front of this room. There's a window directly behind him. And again, this room has been painted yellow, and on the front of the pew is that kind of triangle symbol with the line running down the middle of it. Sit down, everyone, sit down. Oh, you're already all sitting down. Welcome, everyone, to the 6th service now of our new church. My name is Father Kelvin. That is spelt. Hold on. Kelvin, Kelvin. And we shall begin tonight's service in but a moment. Let me get my glasses. So he reaches down, pulls out these tiny wee glasses and puts them on, and then pulls off this massive tome from underneath. Like, this guy's like a wee skinny thing, and this tome, like, boom, like kind of with a thud as he puts it down on the table. Is he bald? He is bald, yes. He's bald, he's skinny, deadly pale, milky white eyes, and he's so pale that you can actually see like the blue veins like all over him, like on his forehead, like on his bald head, run through his hands. It's gnarly looking. The
I
book.
heard that you're an undead father.
Undead. But the tome itself is this kind of like it's like a black leather clad book, and as he peels the page back, there's this kind of sticky, viscous substance that kind of like peels apart from the pages, almost like a spider web, but it's black and sticky in consistency. Balgrim, with your kind of keen senses, especially with your heightened sense smell because of your class, this book stinks. You're sitting in the back row and you can smell it from here. You feel sorry for the people that are sitting down the front. Smells kind of familiar. Smells very sulfuric in nature.
Oh, okay.
So he's kind of flicking through the pages and is like, nah, what chapter did we get to? And eventually kind of comes to it. And the chapter that he reads to you is all about how Vlad came into power. So it seems as if this is potentially tales and tomes of Vlad's life. So this particular chapter talks about how, hold on, I need to get the parents' names. Vlad. Yes. So Vlad was born in 1420 AC to King Velstad the Just and Queen Elena the Pure. He grew up in Transylvania, was an only child, and in 1445 AC there was something the locals and the Transylvanians at the time dubbed the Jealous War. Neighbouring kingdoms of Thrandur invaded Transylvania. Thrandar's ruler was struck down, and Vladimir and his father basically won the war together. After the war, Vladimir's father, Velstad, had been gravely and mortally injured and had died of natural causes. Vlad then took his father's place, and his mother, Queen Elena, was said to die of a broken heart as she couldn't stand to be apart from her husband. Vladimir then ruled for a further... how many years was that? A further
Sounds a bit too convenient for Balgrim, like. So father died, and mother died after it, so he became the sole ruler.
Yeah. So his
That
father
stinks of treachery.
So his father died of grave injuries that he had during the Jealous War against the Thrandur army. And then his mother couldn't bear to live without her husband, so died of natural causes, or they think a broken heart she died of.
They Padmade her.
He then kind of like drones on about, you know, how the country then flourished under Vlad's rule and how, you know, he brought prosperity and wealth, and drones on and on and on for about an hour.
Oh no.
Yeah, until eventually the bell rings again, and he kind of, all right, and closes the book over. Time for the collection, please, and gestures towards, like, there's this wee kind of bowl that's on a stand, and the kind of front row gets up and kind of shimmies over and chucks in a couple of coin, and the next row, and it comes to your guys' row.
I'm going to excitedly reach out my hand towards Balgrim and be like, Daddy, can I do it this time?
Yeah, you can do it. I give him a silver coin.
Okay.
Well, maybe a bronze instead.
Okay, here, get a copper.
Should have kicked the time out.
I'll take one copper coin.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I'll hold it excitedly in both my hands.
So do you go up and like drop it into the thing?
Yeah, I'll make the offering. Yeah.
So, hold on, let me. Oh, okay. So as you drop the copper coin into the vase, the old guy like catches it in his hand and brings it over, and he's like, "Is that all you're putting in?" Like, it was lightning fast how quickly this old guy moved. Scarily fast for someone that looks like a corpse.
Well, the times are not the best at the moment, but since I heard a lot of new positions are offered at the harbor, in the future, like, we could spend some more coin.
Such.
But for now, the copper is everything we have to spare.
Such disrespect for the church. No, this will not do. You'll have to hand over something else.
Shinking.
With a room full of people.
Okay, I'll reach into my pocket and give him a silver and see what he does after that.
So he looks it over and he's like, we expect more next time.
Son, where you get the silver coin? We have to talk about that outside of the church. If you excuse us.
I will. Yeah, I'll go.
And
Oh no!
at that, everyone does start kind of shuffling out, and you are led out the back, and then you need to circle round the outside the building, walk past the corpses that are hanging on the spikes, and then led out through the front.
Wow.
Ooh.
Good thinking, Soren, with the silver coin. But did you see how fast he caught the copper?
Yeah, like you dropped it, and before it even like was, that much away from the bowl, he had it in his hand.
So
That's something extremely dexterous that my masters were capable of doing.
So maybe he is a vampire.
I think he's undead for sure. Absolutely. All of the robe figures are undead. Disgusting. I'll try and look for Seraphon.
Yeah, we're 10. Seraphon's not hiding too well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's like leaning
Perfect.
against like the house.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
He's looking casual, but he's not hidden.
It was purely dreadful, Seraphon.
It was boring as well.
Like they're patrolling just like Blood's deeds, trying to booster the view on him.
What were they saying?
About when he was born and who were his parents, and that his father died of a grievous wound from a battle before, and his mother died short after on broken heart, which is way too convenient. So,
Yeah.
like, sounds more he helped a bit with the dying. One way or another.
I think so. I'm not sure how mortally, how wounded vampires can get. It sounds like
Maybe
stories and indoctrination.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't a vampire before. Maybe he became a vampire way later. So
Perhaps
maybe
at the
at
time his parents
yeah,
passed.
Yeah, maybe it also had something to do like he didn't want to share the throne with everyone else. So imagine an undead ruler never had to take worries about who's the next heir. He stay in power as long, for a long time.
Right, and all the supporters are also undead. All the families in the city that are keeping the country running. They're all undead. Immortal.
Another reason to burn down this whole city.
Yeah.
Geez, we had a lot of burning to do.
Yes.
Better get
Yes, we
99
do.
wood cutting.
Yeah. We have 99 pyres, but we can't lit one.
Oh, very good.
Oh man.
So yeah, the service took about.
Wormy.
Hello, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid, Orlis.
you
Welcome,
for the raid.
Ian. How do? We are playing some D&D this evening. It has been a long time since we've played, about over a month. So we're slowly but surely getting back into the swing of things. I hope stream was well. I hope stream was good. And yeah, welcome in everyone. We are doing a 5e Gothic fantasy horror called Vampires of Transylvania. We have Balgrim Bloodhunter, Soren the Monk, Seraphon the Cleric, and they're currently in the port of Transylvania trying to figure out what to do next. So yeah, after the church service, it is, so that was 8 o'clock, so it's just after 9 now. It was about an hour-ish.
Okay. And they're gonna do it all over again in, another 12 hours.
8 and 8.
Oh boy. And, Seraphon, they want a silver donation each time you attend, at least, or more.
I'll just attend.
Right. That's exactly what I got from this situation.
It's easy enough for us to say.
You have to donate every time you got there. So, and
Did you see Varishka and Barishka?
No.
now did you mention it? No.
They, I know it was a while ago, but they decided that they were going to stay well clear of the port for a good couple of days, if you remember right, because of the fires and the building falling, stuff like that. Varishka had said she wasn't going to go to work, and her mum, as she stays in the house because of her injury.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be removed from this for the next few days at least. Then Vrishka has to do some work.
So, Sabina is Varishka's mother. I don't know why I just think Varishka.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Yep.
Serena. Yeah. But that's good. But it obviously wasn't the whole village.
No, it seems like it was some part of the village. But they all looked really gaunt and pale. And also, like, some of them have some milky eyes. They were, like, really in a terrible state.
Balgrim and Soren, yous were up the back, but you can give me perception checks. See if you kind of like remember or notice anything about the 21. Okay, yeah. Oh.
Whoa.
So,
nice.
Even though you were sitting up the back, you were kind of like scanning these people, especially the speaker that was in the room with yous, No fangs.
Fine, it's okay.
No fangs.
Yeah. Okay. Some other form of a less, I don't know, flattering form of undead. Not as appealing as vampires can be. Like the rotting, stinking. The book was slimy, Seraphon. It dripped with sludge.
That sounds disgusting.
Yes.
And it reeked of sulfur. So
Sulfur. Oh, that explains the yellow. Sulfur.
Oh, and I noticed that you remember the two-headed dog we have to fought on the harbor?
Yeah.
The mark he had on his flesh. I saw the same symbol in the church.
Oh.
At the entrance, above the entrance. So it
obviously
seems
that
like,
links it.
yeah.
Obviously links to Vlad.
Mm-hmm. Wow, you could smell that, Balgrim. You have a great nose.
Yeah, sometimes being a lichen has its perks, you know? Besides of all this fur and the claws and the mouthful of tooth and the somehow irritating bloody urge to... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. What a day this was.
But yeah, at least we learned something. So, you know, remember the island? The thing we fought on the island?
The Yellow King, yes.
Yeah. Do you think that yellow color has something to do with this thing? It's a bit weird, like, I don't know. I don't believe in coincidences, but yeah.
Well, it might. Maybe that's why Vlad had him there protecting it, potentially. A pact with those two, or... It's hard to say. Although, we've encountered all too much yellow for it to, like you say, not to be a coincidence.
The colour does seem to kind of crop up a lot, as well as a symbol. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Do you think you have time to abduct one of these priests?
Abduct?
Could try.
Ooh.
We have to pass the window of possibility. But yeah, how we want to do this then? I mean,
look, I'm not saying we do it right away, but...
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying if there's a chance to, I think we should. You know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe we can squish out some information.
Yes. And then bury them. If the opportunity arises. Otherwise, we can't force our way in there. We've already done far too many. This thing's a bit clumsily.
We don't quite know what the robe figures are as well. Be dangerous. So.
Yeah.
They are quick. I have to give them that. So
Yeah.
maybe they could also fight. Let's see.
I mean, have we ever met an undead that couldn't fight? Or kill other things, living beings?
You're right. You're right.
Jeez.
Well, at least it's not the old man.
Yeah. At least. Well, should we just wait another day then until the unmistakable ship shows up?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where are you planning on sleeping?
That's a great question.
Because the only inn in the port town is now occupied.
Done.
At the church. Yeah.
The choice.
Well, luckily, we do have Venator camping gear and supplies. Woo. So we can take that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think getting out of, like, doing like what Varishka and her mom are doing, just hanging out far away from whatever bullcrap's happening in here.
Okay.
You know, far away.
So are you just gonna travel a little bit out of the port town then, yeah?
And
Yeah, maybe like
camping
just
in.
even if it's a mile or something, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like a mile and like along the coast. So we can. I've got a view of the like a view of the
Water.
harbor.
Okay, so you
Oh,
don't
yeah,
want
okay.
to. Yeah, so you want to like travel just up the coast a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Good idea.
give me survival checks then. See if you can find somewhere that you think would be suitable. 19. And yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I did a lot of camping in my travels.
So you are having a wee scout along and you find like a wee kind of like alcove bit. It looks as if like naturally some of the rocks kind of slid away from it and it's made like a hood almost over the kind of like sand and stuff like that below. You think you'd be able to set up camp there, no problem?
Nice,
Ooh.
cozy.
Yeah. And I'm
nice.
imagining, like, you know how in Elden Ring when you're in the first area and there's the merchant, like, and he's in a wee kind of like, wee
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like
Yes.
that, like that.
Nice.
Protects you from the elements, so you can set up camp, no problemo.
Perfect. Awesome.
And are you
Well.
wanting to do watches or what are you thinking?
We're gonna have to do watches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's too dangerous.
that's it.
So, yeah, first, second, third. Any ideas, or does it not matter?
It's up to
Any
you.
preferences?
I can do the first. So you two get some nice sleep.
Yeah, I'll do second.
Soren and then Seraphon. Okay, so yeah, you stoke a little fire. You have still got some rations that the Venator tribe gave you. You have a wee kind of meal and just chit chat before you pull out the tents and the sleeping bags. And Soren, Seraphon, you go down for nappy naps. Seraphon, Rock is loving this because there are pebbles and kind of like sand glass and stuff like that. So he's having a wee kind of like rummage round and he's loving this.
Oh, no.
So much choice.
A rock buffet.
Good one. Good
Buffet.
one, Rock.
All you can eat.
It's like a buffet, yeah, he's enjoying it. And then eventually he kind of like sits down and like settles down next to Seraphon and he's like chewing on glass as he falls asleep. Fulgrim, you are first, so you can either do perception or survival for me.
We'll do a perception, please. So
24, wow, oh my god. So yeah, you can smell and hear everything. So you hear kind of like seabirds on the wind, and you can hear the waves. Because of where you are, it's kind of like a wee kind of alcove. The sound from all around kind of like echoes off of the walls of this place. And far, far, far down the dock, you can still hear people banging and drilling like into the night, building this thing further down the dock. They don't stop, so it seems as if this is like a kind of 24-hour like operation to get this thing built. But nothing exciting happens, no sea monsters or anything.
oh damn.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, my shift is done. I'm going to wake up the next one.
Soren,
Okay.
same for
What do you
yourself.
want me to roll?
Same for yourself, either perception or survival. It's totally up to you.
Okay. Keep survival. It's my best skill.
An 8. Ugh.
Okay.
I mean, you're kind of like having a mill about, and you're like trying to have a peer out onto the water and just see if there's anything run about the dock, and it's pretty boring here, unfortunately. Yeah, the sound of the waves and the water kind of like lapping constantly make you need to pee.
Oh. Okay. Probably take like 2 or 3 pee breaks then during my watch.
Just like, I need to pee again.
What should I drink today?
And then Seraphon. So the sun's just starting to kind of like peak up. It's coming to dawn as Soren wakes you up, Seraphon.
Ooh.
It's all good. I have to piss. I'll be right back.
All right. Survival. 16.
60? Okay. Nice. So yeah, very much like Balgrim, you kind of hear the echoes of everything that's happening at the dock off the walls, and it's early morning now, so you can even hear like cries off in the distance of the kind of like early morning workers starting to go and pull in ships or bring in whatever it is. Rock kind of like does a wee like round with you, and the two of you kind of like have a look about, but nothing interesting where yous are.
Cool. Yeah. Feels like the sun continues to come up. It's rising. I'm gonna take the time to commune with Golgoroth. So I stand up and I trace out like a circle in the sand.
Okay.
Not Golgoroth as like a symbol or anything like that, but I kind of
You have the runes on your arm, so you could yeah.
So I draw those kind of runes. Or some of them just around the circle. I take a rock off and I say, "Rock, go and snuggle with the others or find something to eat."
So Rock doesn't really have like a face for expression because he's made of rock. But you've kind of picked up on sometimes the way he says Rock is emotions, So he says, rock to you, and it's kind of like a fearful, rock, and then he scuttles away from you.
Rock.
Rock.
Back down. Yeah, so I don't cross my legs. I kind of more kneel. And I burn a piece of parchment and just kneel down and just I'm not praying. I'm just kind of making a fist and clenching my hands together like this. And I close my eyes, kneel down, close my eyes, do this, and send out to steadily breathing. And it's Golgoroth, tyrant. I call upon you, seek your voice, your counsel. Hear me now.
Let's see. So, you're... Yeah, this one. There we go. So you start to hear the whispers in your head, which you heard before the first time you communed with Golgoroth. It's that awful, gargly, demonic chant that fills your head.
I hear your voice, Morgoth. Hear me now. I call upon you for guidance and strength.
So, you smell a very strong smell of sulfur encompass you, very much like the scent that you smelled when you were in the area where you had first communed with him. If you remember, it was a dark smoke-filled land, and Grogoroth himself kind of like appeared from the plumes that were coming from the ground. So the connection seems to be getting stronger as you're speaking to him. So is the pain in your back.
It's like that pain there. I was like, rip my teeth. This is like, Morgoth. Our path has been uncertain, and furthermore, Whatever's power is massive.
It's just continuous in your head. It's quite unsettling.
It's like I'm just like squeezing my eyes. Like the pain is just like immense, like unbearable in my back. I am not weak, Ulrath. I will bear this pain till our enemy does not stand.
Oh.
Kill Vlad.
We'll kill Vlad. I swore myself to this pact. If you would see our enemy burn, then grant me your counsel. Together we will see him fall.
So, is there anything in particular you would like to ask of Grogoroth, or are you just wanting to kind of make contact with him?
I think Seraphon, he doesn't want to get in deeper than he already is. Having actually like shared his truth with Soren and Bulgrim. It's more just like a confirmation and contact, and that we're still on the path to kill Vlad.
And yeah, the kind of feeling and signals that you get back, because it's hard for Grogoroth to kind of like commune with you, because you're not, you know, in direct contact with the body, or what was remaining of the body. So it's fragmented bits of voice and sound and smell and things like that that you get, but everything that you've had so far when you've been saying, you know, we're gonna you know, kill Vlad, we're gonna you know, continue to become strong, it's all very positive you know, feelings, apart from this real like just continuous pain at the small of your back. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Oh no.
21. Perfect. So you don't take any damage from this. However, the pain that was at the small of your back suddenly shoots straight up your spine, and sounds absolutely horrific because it is. Your spine breaks at the bottom and shoots straight out the small of your back as a long, dark tail appears behind you.
Oh.
I'm becoming a real dragon. Oh no! And with that, I like physically, like verbally, it's like scream out. I was like, ah!
I was gonna say, Balgrim Soren, you wake up at this horrendous scream of pain come from outside your tents, and you see Seraphon bent over in agony as this massive black tail swishes violently behind him. It is covered in this black oozy ichor that is splashing onto the ground.
Oh my god.
What is happening? What is this?
I'm just like on my hands and knees, just like panting, like. On breath. I fight the gritted teeth as they continue, like bear through the memory of the pain.
Looks like it's not just your scales that are changing colors now. This is... I think it's a lot worse than we thought.
He's growing extra bits.
Yeah. Oh, poor Seraphon. We'll try to fix this. We're still by your side.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna be in pain.
Should we chop it off?
Do Dragonborn regrow their tails or no?
I don't know, do they?
I don't know.
Dragonborn don't have the tails.
No.
Yeah, this is new. Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, it came from nothing. What's to say it wouldn't just come back though, Balgrim? I think this has to stay for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you in pain? Should we just do something for you, or?
No, it's fine. The memory of the pain is worse than the pain. I like stand up and I like kick and like the sand away and drew the circle in the runes. Just scrub that away and kick it away. I call for rock.
You call for Rock. Rock's kind of like in one of the tents, kind of like peeking out and kind of not coming any closer.
Well, turn and just look out to sea with tears in the eye.
And that's where we'll have a break.
Oh man.
Wow. Yous have done your night shift. Yous have found Seraphon writhing in pain. He now has a tail. And it's early morning now.
Okay. Seraphon, I'll make a quick salve, perhaps, for the base of your tail to help with the growth, and then maybe a bandage. We could bandage it up.
I think the salve would be good. I don't think much of a bandage might be needed. Thank you. I'll take the salve.
Okay.
I still would reconsider chopping it off. Maybe looks a bit. No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust this thing.
I appreciate the gesture, but that would be incredibly painful, I think.
What
You may be right.
what exactly happened, Seraphon? Did it just you were in the middle of your watch and you just started hurting, or?
No, I had to commune with Golgoroth. While there was no conversation as such, that's just what happened.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So the more you speak to him, the more like things starting to grow out of your body.
Well, I had that back pain, and that's, I think, where that's come from. As you can see, I haven't spoken with Golgoroth much at all. And really, we see me changing my scales. You've got my arm and neck and back. And that's all just been through harm, not conversation. I think it's just inevitable. And becoming something I never wanted to be. So I think it doesn't matter what I do. I can't stop it. Unless I think... I can't see a path back to Ornax and Selena at the moment. Maybe a god's intervention could do it, but nothing else.
What if we go back to this cave and just shatter the skull? Maybe that could help. What do you think?
I'm not sure if it'll make things even worse, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe later, another day, we'll try to speak with Selena again, or Fornax. But I don't know. Anyway, look. Can you see any ships in the harbor? Any new ships?
I'll take a peek and watch if the pirate ship is already there, or if any other ships are there.
Yeah, give me perception checks. Be quite hard because you are quite far away. We'll see if any are extra perceptive. 17. 8. 17. Okay, so two passes and a fail. So it's a little bit hard to see, but it looks as if down the far end where the larger ships are, there's some kind of ship rolling in. Because it is quite early morning, the sun's there, but it's that kind of like cold, crisp kind of morning, so there's a bit of kind of like morning mist, so it's kind of hard to make out the features of it, because Bear Dan, the way he described it was, you'll not miss it.
Well, maybe we just head to port and just wait, or maybe they already got there overnight and we missed it.
I don't think so. It's still early. Maybe if we head in and they might appear.
Okay.
Maybe Burden and give us some more advice.
Okay. Here's your salve. Well, let's pack it up.
So yeah, you pack your stuff up, fold away your tents and kind of smother the fire and stuff like that. Rock is kind of sitting on like a rock, kind of like scraping his wee feet together. Just kind of like looking at Soren and Balgrim. Seraphon, he's kind of like kind of glances over at you every now and then, kind of like looks away, looks away again.
What's up with your buddy, Seraphon?
Little Rock saw what happened.
Horrified.
Rock doesn't trust me. Or is scared of me.
Okay.
And like I don't go like to step toward Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But I just turn and face Rock from wherever I am and wherever he is. And I say to Rock, Rock, the road ahead of us is long. Right now, you might feel like you can't face me or you see me in a different light. I'll always walk beside you and shield you from harm, and together we'll see a new world come for you, and your strength will grow. And your strength is greater than you know, and your heart is a light in the shadows. Please trust me, little one. Let us walk this path together.
Make a roll for him.
But if you want to travel with Balgrim, or Soren, you may, if you don't feel like you can right now. With me.
Give me a persuasion check. I've made a roll for him, but we'll see what comes up for you.
It's persuasion off.
Yeah. 20. Okay. So he kind of like stops scraping his feet together and looks as if he sighs, but I mean, I don't know if Rock breathes. And then kind of like jumps up on top of the rock and gets his wee arms and kind of goes like that and flexes, and it's like Rock.
You'll come with me.
And he kind of like Rock.
Sick. Your small action has made me so happy, Rock. Like scoop him up and put him in his place.
And he kind of like pats the side of your face, and he's like Rock.
I just want to spend like 10 or 15 minutes just looking around for interesting rocks for Rock.
Oh, there's loads. He was having a picnic.
Seashells and all sorts, and
Yeah, there's loads. I mean, stuff that he's probably never came across before, because he's probably spent the majority of his life in the mountains. So all this is like new textures, new tastes for him, Seashells and sea glass and bits of coral, maybe, stuff like that. So he's having a field day.
Oh, nice. Yes, I do that. So just collect a good, like large handful of different bits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So are you just wanting to head down to the dock then?
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
we'll walk down there.
Yeah, so you just have a leisurely saunter down, just keeping an eye out to see if you can see any new ships like on the horizon or any kind of new that have came into the dock. There's nothing obvious, like it doesn't look as if there's anything that would really be like, wow, like what's that? Hold on, let me make a roll for someone. Oh, dice on the floor! Dice on the floor! Hold on. I bounced out the tray. Ooh, hold on, there you go. Okay, yeah, so yous are walking down and you see Berdan stand and he's got like his wee kind of like rope and he's like making knots and stuff like that, and he kind of like waves over to yous.
Perfect. Well, there we go. Good morning. Bear
Alright.
Dan, good to see you.
All right. Good morning, fellers.
So where's this pirate ship you mentioned?
Should be here about every minute now, I reckon. Any of y'all been to sea before? Well, apart from coming out with me.
Yes. A long trip from London back here. And yeah, the trip to London.
So you got them sea legs then, yeah?
I hate the water, don't get me wrong. Yeah, dwarves and sea is not like... Yeah. If the ancestor wanted that we are in the sea, he would give us lungs to breathe at water or gills at hands so we can swim. But yeah, they didn't want that. We more like the clap with a hand on the soil, like we are more the grounded people, more like rock and stone and everything else. But yeah.
I never would have guessed. All dwarves are like that. They don't really like. You don't really get many sea dwarves. So yeah, you stand and you talk to Berdan for a little bit and talk about, you know, whatever, the weather. Eventually, however, he says, I think that's her right over there. And you look out onto the horizon and there is a ship coming towards port. Quite a large ship at that. Maybe just a little bit smaller than the big red ship that had came into London, Seraphon. A bit bigger than the ship that Balgrim and Soren used travelled over to London on. And it is entirely made of bone.
What?
Yeah, so the bow of the ship is a massive rib cage of some sort. What do you call them? What's the masts are made out of massive like leg bone by the looks of it or something.
Wow.
As the ship gets closer and it's like starting to kind of steer itself to come into port to park, the front of it, like just under the like kind of the mast at the front, is like just different bits of like bone and like skulls and stuff like that all stuck on it. And Berdan kind of goes, "Yep, there she is, the Grim Reaper herself."
Green Reaper?
The Grim Reaper, yeah.
And
The Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
And you want us to go on this thing?
Sure.
Wow.
And under the kind of the main mast at the front, you know how they normally have like a mermaid carved or something like that. No, it's a depiction of some kind of Grim Reaper that's been carved into the massive bits of bone.
Wow.
There are ropes. Yeah. Yeah.
Bear down. Is this like the actual Grim Reaper, or is it like a character? What is going on?
Yeah, it's like a pseudonym for someone else.
I mean,
It's
just wait till you meet the people on board. You'll see what I mean.
Very good.
Okay.
So the ropes are kind of like thrown over the side, and there are numerous skeleton crew, literal skeletons that drop down and start kind of like click, 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 and like tying everything down. And Berdan's that morning to yous all, you know. Skeleton crew, I know, dum-dums. And Berdan's like, hey, okay, if you just get yourself lined up across there, let the captain see you, he'll let you up. Good luck, boys.
Well,
I look at him when he leaves the harbor like, are you kidding?
Beardan's just kind of like standing at the edge of the port, just like kind of like looking at you as if to say, how are they gonna get on?
Wow.
But Beardan certainly has done one on us here.
Okay, let's line up then.
Yeah.
So he's line up, and a figure appears over and kind of like looks down and kind of like scans over. They've got a kind of like really dark blue cloak on, and you hear them just, well, maybe not Soren and Seraphon, but Balgrim, with your keen sense here, and you hear them laugh. And it's, you know, something dwarf at sea, you know, like. And a big rope with a ladder attached to it. So like a laddered rope gets thrown over for you to climb up. And the ladder is all kind of like bones. So they like step on the bones to get up.
I see. Well, up we go.
Yup.
Yeah, you climb up, and when you step onto the deck of this thing, there's just again skeletons running around everywhere. Some of them are carrying sacks that have got things in them that they're then carrying down onto the port and kind of like dumping. There's others that are like scrubbing the deck with like mops and buckets and stuff like that. Like, it's really weird. It's very, very strange. There's a couple of them like, you know, crawling up the mast and kind of like, you know, folding up the sails and stuff like that. Up at the helm, where the wheel is, you see this hooded figure and someone else standing beside them. The person standing beside them is kind of male, regular height, maybe about like 5'5" or something like that, cropped in at the sides, but then a kind of like long curly light green hair that's kind of tied in a braid going down the back. Simple kind of like leathery looking armor that's got this kind of like dark blue tinge to it. Skin that is like a light turquoisey kind of color. Peculiar though, because the closer you get to them, you notice that there's something like moving round their neck.
Oh no.
Can we make out what that is? Like, from a distance.
Give me a perception check. See if you can figure out what's moving round their neck.
Perception.
Yeah. A 19. It's a ring of water.
Whoa.
So there's this, just floating around their neck is just this constant like circle ring of water.
Are you the captain here?
Are you talking to the individual with the ring round their neck, yeah?
Yeah.
No, first mate, Trinian, good to meet you.
First mate. Whoa.
First mate, Trinian.
Trinian.
Yeah, so I've just spelled that. Trinian, Trinian.
Yeah, we are sent by Burden. He said, like, we should help you out.
Yes, the adventurers, correct?
Yeah. I'm Balgrim.
Balgrim, good to meet you.
Soren, hello.
Soren, lovely to meet you.
Seraphon.
Seraphon, good to meet you too. Right, okay. Well, the captain is rather busy right now, and you can see the captain's kind of like moving his hands round, and there's this kind of like green energy kind of like flowing through his fingers, so you think he's like manipulating maybe all the skeletons. We should not disturb him. He's busy bringing the ship in and taking the stuff off, but I can give you a tour.
Look at the others.
Sure.
Yep. We need to. Yeah.
Right. Follow me then, follow me. So he kind of like moves past you, and as he moves past you, as you have a closer look at this individual, it doesn't have like his humanoid features, but his face is just like a little bit flatter than a human. Not so much ears, but like almost kind of like pointed fins, like a fish. The neck where the ring of water is circling around, every so often you see like bubbles appear, and there are a set of 3 gills on each side of his neck.
Oh, the fish boy.
He's a fish boy, yes. So he kind of like steps past a couple of skeletons. He's like, oh, mind where you're going, Frederick? And kind of like gives the skeleton a little push, and kind of bits of the skeleton kind of clink, 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 like fall off, and then like kind of like form back onto him again. He's like, Frederick, I was getting in a bloody way. Right, come, I'll show you to the quarters.
So is everyone here undead?
Well,
Besides
yes.
You?
Apart from me and the captain, Captain Okba.
Okma.
Okba.
Okay.
So, Okba is Ocbaa. Okba.
Okba.
Okba, yeah. Okba.
Audio?
Audio?
Oh,
Okay,
audio?
please. Thank you. Thank you. Should have got used to hang up and call back in, but I never thought about it.
Okba.
Actually, I can put on
Okay.
the sea noises now that we're at the seaside.
Nice.
Nice.
Down by the sea. Let's see. Let me know if that's crunchy or whether that's okay. Yeah. So he kind of like says, you know what? It's just me and Captain Okba. We're the only 2 living crew. He's the first mate, and then there's the captain.
Okay. Is
Well, you
Okba
must-
also
You've never
What-
met this species before, any of yous.
yeah, oh yeah, what type of humanoid are you?
See's a bit crackly too. Okay, I'll try and refresh it. Myself, I'm a trident. Don't normally live above the water. We normally just stay in cities and settlements underneath the sea, but yes, I've been living up above the water now for, let's see, around 5-6 years now.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So what drove you out of your home?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, I try. I'm a bit blunt here, like.
Yeah, it's fine. 13, okay. Nothing really drove me away from where I was. Let's just say I found something worth staying above water for. And he kind of like glances over to the captain briefly.
Okay, now I got it. Sorry for the...
Did that stop already? That was very, very short.
Janet.
Yeah, I think it's...
You should set it to read. Just set it on. You can press
Yeah.
the loop. Yeah.
There we go. We'll try that. Any more questions for myself or...
It's a neat piece of magic. The shape water
It's
around your neck.
really just a simple incantation. Doesn't really take any effort at all.
Is it your own magic or
No, I
the
just
captain's?
bought a little trinket somewhere, a port far away. Some person just was able to put a little incantation on this little ring here, and it's just like a wee blue gemmed ring. It's quite good. As long as I don't lose it, I'll be tickety-boo. I'll be able to breathe your air.
That's quite a bit of
Convenient.
magic.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all the questions. Oh, you must make such a fearsome sight on the waves, the ship, the crew.
We're quite well known, I suppose, from port to port. A lot of people call us pirates. We're not pirates, really. We're more rough traders, is the preferred term. Adventurers, I suppose, in our own rights. Monster hunters, as you can see, and he kind of like stamps his foot on the ship. Nasty beast, this thing was, but myself and the captain took it down many years ago now.
Impressive.
Well, you rogue traders. I like that rather than pirate. No, that's please continue. Show us. Continue with your tour.
Yes, all right. Well, and he gestures towards the deck, and he's like, "Deck." The skeletons will be running around like this pretty much all the time, so just don't get in the way. If you do happen to bump into one and they break, don't worry, they'll reform within a couple of minutes. Yes, let me show you below deck. So there's a wee kind of like cabin door at the back, and he opens it up, and there's a wee stairwell, takes you down, and same again, the interior is bones everywhere. Even the kind of like the hanging kind of like lanterns are supported by some kind of like arm or something like that, you know, of some creature. But it's inside very plain, very simple, because the majority of the crew are skeletons, so they don't really need that much. But there's desk, there's a wee kind of like area, looks as if it has food supplies, and then there's wee kind of like ducats that have beds in them. And then up the back, there's like a big wooden door, and he says, this is the captain and I's sleeping quarters, so if you just stay away from there. And then below us is just really storage, but there's nothing exciting down there.
So,
I see.
How did you make this pile of... Well, no, sorry, this ship float?
Well, again, with a little bit of magic. I'm not really the magical sort. It's really all Akbar.
Okay.
Okay. Is Akbar also a trident?
No. No. Oh, God, no. No, he comes from somewhere much, much, much further away. Actually,
Okay.
It's kind of a sore subject for him. Maybe not bring it up.
Okay.
I understand. Fulgrim, remember that.
Yes.
Okay.
He,
I try not to stare, I promise.
I mean, yes, he looks a little bit different to us, but yes, he gets rather touchy about the subject of where he's from, so try not to bring it up.
Okay. I'm curious.
So, I don't suppose Badan told you what we are needing assistance with.
He was very mysterious about it.
Right. Well,
Yes.
our travel route has been a little bit obscured recently. You see, we don't only trade with ports on land, we actually trade with the Tritons down in the sea as well, my people. You know, things that they have, like coral and like certain jewels and trophies and things like that under the sea, things you can't get on land. However, a lot of the smaller kind of communities of the Tridents recently have been mysteriously wiped out. We haven't really got to the bottom of it yet. However, the people that we have spoken to have made note of a large, fast silver fish beast thing. it's able to destroy quite quickly, by the sounds of it, small settlements. And we are having some issues finding it. We would like to get rid of the beast, and, well, Berdan told us that you three went to the island and came back alive. So...
I see. Are you... Certainly we... We're afraid of the challenge, and we've heard tale of people in the town speak of a silver splash in the waters. Would you be able to assist us at all when the time comes to kill the beast?
Of course, yes. I mean, we have the cannons, and we'll have the crew, of course, try their best to man the cannons, although it's been rather tiresome trying to teach the skeletons how to put the balls in and not set themselves on fire and set the lights. It's been a process.
Okay. Will we be going underwater? Because I cannot breathe under.
No, I don't suppose... Well, no, I don't suppose we'll need to if we get maybe some harpoons stuck into the beast and to pull it closer. No, I don't suppose you'll need to fight in the water.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if we were gonna go underwater as part of the trip, because you said that you can travel.
Oh, no, the Tritons come up to us. We can meet them normally in certain spots in the ocean. We have a map, like a star map. We kind of track the locations. You'll see them all bobbing in the water. It's quite the sight, you know. And then we make trade there.
I see.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
we can help. We've taken down a lot of the monsters we've taken down actually have been ginormous.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll try our best.
Right. Well, I'm not too sure about the size of this thing, but by the sounds of the destruction it leaves, I'd imagine it's quite big. A number of the people have went missing as well, which doesn't bode well. It makes me think that perhaps this thing is eating the people, and you guys are crunchy.
It's like the people.
Crunchy people.
And back.
It has crunched on us.
Mm-hmm.
Crunch. Okay. Well, it's not. Okay. No one here's seen it. You've just heard reports, right?
No, not seen it for ourselves. And again, the people that have survived have only said that there was a silver flash and that there was some kind of vast, large silver potential beast.
Okay. We'll try.
Yes, we'll try our best and hopefully bring this foul beast down.
Alright then. So I don't really know what to ask you to do now because the skeletons kind of take care of everything.
Is there a room for us to stay, or hammocks? Or...
Oh, yes, sorry, of course. Yes, just this way. So it takes you down like a wee narrow corridor, and it's just wee kind of cubbies, you know, just like individual cubbies. You could potentially all bunk in together, or if you want a little cubby each, it's completely up to yourselves. It's just kind of...
yeah. Thank you,
it's just kind of like simple like swinging hammock beds. Yeah. There's like a tiny kind of like little chair in the room, like a wee dresser. It's very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Yep, easy peasy. No fuss. We'll try and be agreeable.
So the skeletons will be disembarking and taking things to port for perhaps another hour or two. So if there was anything you needed to grab before we left, then you could do it within that time. Otherwise, we'll be taking off in about an hour or two.
Okay. So
Okay,
Phone
good.
Pilgrim, is there anything that you want to do?
Well, is there a bucket or something like that? I mean, like, just for the case I'm starting to get not so well.
Yes, actually, hold on. So he disappears, and he brings back a skeleton holding a bucket, and he's like, I can ask him to follow you around if you like.
No, the bucket would be fine. Thanks.
All right, okay, just you can drop it now, and the skeleton just goes and drops it, and then walks away. Gently.
I take it up.
Mm-hmm. You now have one sick bucket.
Nice. Good acquisition.
Yeah. There we go.
You never
Now
know
it's
when you
working.
need the bucket.
Right, well, I'll leave you to get settled, and then, let me think, what time's it? Early. Too early for lunch. Couple of hours, lunchtime, you'll hear the dinner bell ring. It'll be served next door, just at the table.
Okay. How long does it take until we reach our destination?
Probably a couple of days.
Okay. Great. And I look at the bucket. We're gonna become very familiar, you and me.
Okay. Do you have a piece of parchment? And might have one in my pack.
Yeah, you've probably
Possibly.
got some supplies, yeah.
Okay, I'll just leave a message for Varishka
Aw.
at her place, just in case she does head back within the next few days.
Oh, would you
But
like
say,
me
hey,
to get one of the skeletons to deliver it for you?
I'll place it myself. Thank you,
All
though.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. And then, yeah, so I'll just quickly scroll out the message that off to help Captain Akba take down a monster.
Ooh.
Stay safe out there. Stay safe out there. Anyway, yeah, just that's it.
Cool. So yeah, Soren, you nip off quickly and run up the hill, deliver it through the kind of wee slit in the door, and then run back. And then by the time you're getting back, the skeletons are starting to kind of like pull the ropes up onto the ship, and the ship then departs. Casts off, and it's maybe around, kind of starting to get to midday-ish, so around 12 o'clock. And it's quite a sight. The skeletons have this down to a T by the looks of it. Captain Akbar stands up at the top and continues to kind of like wave his hands, and all these kind of like light green arcane symbols kind of float around him as you see the skeletons kind of like pull down the sails and then kind of move the rudders and everything. So it's a full-blown operation, and you see Trinian basically kind of like run after a couple of the skeletons and kind of give them, chores to do, like, give them brooms or give one of them a hammer and say, make sure that bit of bone's more secure and whatever.
Nice.
Nice. Oh boy.
Yup. Is there anything you want to do?
No. I'm good just to get on,
Yeah.
keep chugging.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll just like walk the deck and explain to Rock what's going to happen. He's never been to sea before. He's not, in fact, seen
no,
nothing
he's
at all
not.
before, really. It's just a little rock.
Rock's quite happy, so he kind of like hops up on top of the long bar that kind of like goes round the deck and kind of like looks out onto the ocean and kind of like walks alongside you and just kind of like, As you're kind of like explaining things to him, he like sees like a seabird every now and then and kind of like goes to like grab a wee rock and like try and throw it at the seabird. Does he hit any seabirds? Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
It does. He actually hits one and goes, "Ah!" and then falls into the... and he kind of like looks right at you as if to say, "Is that a bad thing I just did?"
I'm just like, good throw.
So yeah, time passes and comes to lunch, and the bell rings, and all of the skeletons start to kind of like slow down their movements, but not stop. As you see Captain Akbar kind of like lower their hands and kind of, because that must be exhausting standing up there for that long, like wielding magic for that long. And you see Trinian kind of like pop his head up and he's like, lunchtime, are you coming?
Give me a moment.
All right.
Lunchtime. What's that gonna be like?
So you see Captain Akbar pass the three yous to kind of go into the lunch area. And now that he's kind of like came down, he's quite tall, maybe around, I don't know, like 6 foot something, but he's so skinny, like he's so thin. And he kind of like goes past Trinian and he's like, right, dinner, lunchtime. Are you coming?
They will like fall in line and follow.
Yeah. These all come in and you sit down, and Trinian's kind of like bringing the plates over, and this is like a seafood feast. There is like prawns and fish and fucking lobster and crab and you name it, like all kind of like steamed, you know. And it's all like, there's no like, unfortunately there's no vegetables or bread or anything like that. It's literally seafood, and that's it. Akbar kind of like sits down and kind of gives a big sigh and then pulls his hood back. And again, don't think any of you would be particularly knowledgeable of this species, but pale yellow skin, long pointed ears, almost kind of like elven features, but again the face is a little bit more flat, almost like a leopard print kind of like pattern to the skin. Long, slim, kind of arms, legs, neck is even a little bit longer. Eyes are a kind of deep purple colour. There's no white to the eye, and they almost kind of like shimmer when you look at them close enough. Trinian comes and sits down. He's like, right, okay, dig in, help yourselves, there's plenty to go around. We're never short on seafood around here.
Wow.
You
I
see the
will
little
dig
son of
in.
Gabe? Yeah. They're always, yeah.
It is fresh. It is good.
Wow.
Everything's lovely. A little bit on the bland side. They don't have like salt, pepper, butter, anything like that. But it's as fresh as seafood gets. It's straight from the source, you know.
Yeah. It's like it's served up in like a scoop of, you know, like some lobster and crab and fish and things, and I was like, thank you, Captain Akbar and Trinian, for your hospitality.
I mean,
this meal.
You're quite welcome. I mean, you're really helping us out with getting rid of this thing. If we find it, that is. Apparently it's quite elusive, but I'm sure we'll find it, right, dear? And he kind of like looks at the captain, and the captain's like, he just looks knackered.
Interesting. I still don't understand what Captain Akbar is.
I mean, you could ask him.
Wait, are we allowed to talk to the captain, Trinian?
And the captain kind of looks at you and he's like, yes, you're allowed to talk to me. I'm just tired, magic all morning.
Oh, right. Yeah. Seem to be quite proficient in the arcane.
Necromancy, yes.
Oh. 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah, it must take a lot of concentration and focus and energy to have a whole entire crew of skeletons. Okay. Well, sorry to bother you, but if there's anything we can do to help assist and make the hunt as smooth as possible, we will absolutely assist with that.
I will be controlling the ship for the most part. I am leaving it up to you three. Berdan says that you are sufficient.
That's
yes.
high praise.
Yeah, it is.
Berdan doesn't really have any fancy words to describe you.
So, Captain, have there been any recent sightings that you've heard of or know of for the silvery beast?
We were meant to meet up with, what was the tribe of Tridents called? And Trinian's like, I can't remember the name, because the DM can't think of one. But we went to meet up with them a couple of days ago, and unfortunately there were none there. So we believe the beast has struck again. Quite close to the last place that we've seen the rumored sightings of it. So it sounds as if it's staying in the one place for the time being. Maybe there's a good food source there.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. So, perhaps if we head in that direction, if you're not already, that might be the best place to tempt this beast.
Yes, quite. So, how are you going to go about killing this thing? I mean, we have experience, don't we, dear? And the captain's like, yes, we do. But yeah, how do you kill these beasts?
Well, it's the tried and true method, really, of hitting it until it's dead. Until it stops moving.
Yes.
You
I
know,
usually punch and kick. I also have this little dagger and
Soren's a
pretty speedy.
master. Yeah, Soren's a master of hit and strike and retreat and attack again. You know, fast and fleet of foot, and his hands and feet move like
Lightning, really.
lightning. Yes, they do. In Bulgur, well, you'll see what Bulgur does. And
Yeah, right now my skin tone is like greenish.
Green.
And I'm like,
Oh my god.
Trinian's like, you almost match my skin tone.
no, almost.
And I just tried to make a big enough target to the others to get to work while they do the most of the attacking, and everything attacks me, hopefully, and I don't die.
The two of them kind of look at each other, and Trinian's like, well, haven't you three just sold yourselves to us magnificently? Right, well, I'm sure...
Hey, we're still alive and we've killed plenty of things.
Oh, of course. I'm sure punching and kicking and whatever you're going to do, Bulgrim and Sharpen, not dying would be good. Oh, actually, we should really... let me go and get the waiver. So it disappears and comes back, and it's basically like a if I die at sea you know, what should I do? What should we do with your body, kind of thing. Any relatives we should inform, or you know, burial at sea? Is that all right for you all? I just want to, you know, just in case.
Yes. Bury me at the sea, and tell Varishka. She owns a travel business. She's like a cart. Just letting her mother know that I also am gone.
Right, Varishka. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What about yourself, little dwarven friend?
No, you know what? No, just throw me overboard, I guess.
Right. All right. Seraphon, what about yourself?
Return my body to London, to the Screaming Mackerel.
They kind of look at each other like,
Wow.
going all the way to London.
Think-
Right, London, right. Can I make a door?
It's like, that is only straight overboard.
Right, that's everything in order then. Just in case there are any deaths on board, none of you are interested in becoming permanent crew then upon death, I take it?
Wait.
Yes?
Did you just ask us if we become a skeleton? So that you can raise us and becoming then one of those lackeys that are carrying around buckets. And stuff? Are you really asked us this?
Well, how do you think we got everyone else on board?
Oh, okay.
Sea isn't for everyone, you know.
No, thank you.
No.
But it's very polite of you to ask.
We always like to ask, you know. We wouldn't force anyone to become a skeleton or an undead. Right, I'll just mark you all down as a no then, that's fine.
Thank you.
So what else? What is that you can do if it comes to a fight?
Myself, I have this, and he kind of like steps up, and there's like a wee kind of like shelf above the table, and he pulls it down, and it's a big trident. And he's like, yes, this is well, it was my father's, and now it's mine. He kind of like starts twirling it around like a baton, and I'm quite handy with it still. Stab.
So you two hit and stab until something's dead. It's
Yeah.
Well done.
That's how we have all this delicious fish in front of us.
Yes, I'm looking for something to drink.
Alcoholic?
Yeah.
Let's see, do they have any alcohol? Oh, okay. So, when you say that, Akbar kind of like gives you an eyebrow, although does that species have eyebrows? I don't know. Anyway, gives you an eyebrow and kind of like gets up and kind of like goes over to the cabin, and Trinian's like, oh god. Well, the skeleton crew will be wobbling all over the place in no time. Excuse me, and he gets up and he excuses himself and goes up to the deck. Akbar comes out with this, like, it's a really round glass bottle with like a kind of teeny tiny like spout on top of it, and he kind of looks at you and he's like, are you a seasoned drinker?
Well, I'm more like a connoisseur of everything that packs a punch.
Right, this will do then, but beware. So he gets me kind of like shot glasses and kind of puts them down, and he looks at you, Soren Seraphon, he's like, give you a tiny bit, you can try. And pulls the cork out, and when he pulls the cork out, all this kind of like, it's like dust almost, kind of comes out of it and like blows it away. And when he pours it out, it's quite viscous, but it's like a really deep purpley blue black, and kind of like it's got glitter almost inside it, and it kind of swirls and all kind of like the Milky Way almost in the glass. And he pours himself on, and he's like, cheers, and clink, and he shoots it down.
Well, you
Sure.
look at
Cheers. Pour me some if you will.
Balgrim, it is wonderful tasting, but my god, as soon as it hits your mouth, you feel like someone's pulled your tongue out and slapped it. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Your DC will be not too bad because you are a drinker. Yeah. Yeah, you manage to kind of like swallow it, and you're like, like it takes the wind out your sails for a wee second.
Oh, I like this.
Okmar's like, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want another?
Can I get another one?
Oh, of course. So he pours himself one, and he pours you one, and he looks at you, Swordsaver, and he's like, are you going to try?
Just a taste. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll try it. Just whatever one serving is.
Same for you two. It's like someone like slaps you across the face and like, morning, wakes you up as soon as you take a sip of it.
I would put that in my tea or coffee.
We used to drink this after a good hunt, but we drink it before a good hunt as well.
What did Trident usually hunt out in the? As a halfling, I've usually traveled the land, so I know nothing really about the sea, the ocean.
The Trident, they hunt sea creatures, sea monsters, but this is not the Trident drink. This is gift drink.
Oh.
He's a gift Yankee.
Oh. Wow. Interesting. That makes sense now.
Very obscure like creature here. None of yous have. I mean, you can give me history rolls, but I think it'll be pretty high.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Arcane lore?
Would you want? Sorry, Balgrim?
Can I try an arcane lore?
If you want, yeah.
Maybe.
So, Soren, Seraphon, yous have never heard of Githyanki. Balgrim, the name, you're kind of like, Githyanki, maybe I've heard, like, like the name been mentioned, but you know nothing about them. Apart from you've never met one, you've never seen one.
Okay. So never heard of your kind of... your kind. So where do you usually come from? Are you from a different island or part of this world? Or...
No, we don't come from even this plane of existence.
Oh.
We come from somewhere, the astral sea. So, kind of like this sea, but not really. That's why I feel a little bit more at home on the waters.
Okay.
This boat was actually my boat at home. It is made from the carcass of a giant star turtle.
Oh. I don't know what that is, but it sounds impressive.
Giant turtle. Floats on stars.
Yeah, makes sense.
Must be a big turtle.
Yes.
Uh,
It is huge.
and what
It puts into
brought-
perspective what we're about to hunt. You know, it's not that big.
And what brought you here? Like, did you come here just like because, or did you have something in mind?
Give me a persuasion check. Hi, Samantha. Welcome in.
Holiday.
9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
9.
What does a 9 get you? Ah, I mean, it wasn't really my choice to come here. Let's just say that.
Okay. All right. Thanks for.
It's not so bad here. I'm not really in any rush to go back. But yeah, wasn't really my my choice to come here.
Okay. Yeah, choices. I can relate to that.
He's looking at you, Balgrim, kind of like looking at all your scars and like, you know, everything. And do you look like worn, I suppose?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look pretty worn.
I'm just gonna make a roll for him. Oh, that's a nat 20. Holy shit. Yeah. He basically just kind of like gives you a once over and kind of like is very good at like reading people, I suppose, and doesn't even have to say anything but can pick up, you know, what you're putting down.
No, you're not gonna get something from that drink. And I look on the right side. Just shut up.
You have someone else that wants a drink?
Just 3 bothering brothers.
Oh, your brothers. 3?
Yeah,
Oh,
3.
I have 300.
Wow. You are blessed
No,
with
no, it is cursed.
fertility.
No, it is cursed. Too many birthdays. We all just have one birthday now because it's too many.
Oh wow. And they are all back at the Astral Sea, I guess. Like.
Yes, all my family. They did not come here. Just me.
Oh. Wow. Interesting. Man. And you've decided just to hang around Transylvania.
Oh no, we sail everywhere.
Oh.
The politics of the land, too much. The sea is our home. We don't really hang around land very often. Too messy. Too many people.
So you all are basically protectors of the ocean, or, you know, it's just you make your home here and just do whatever.
I mean, we
Keep going.
make good living out here.
Yeah.
Especially with the trade from the Tritons.
Sure.
They have materials, minerals, gemstones, things that people on land really want and cannot get. So the trade is very, very lucrative business.
Right. Okay. Well, that's why this monster's a big issue then.
Yes. It's making things difficult and getting rid of small tribes and villages under the water.
Interesting.
Well, hopefully we can help you get rid of that.
And then Berdan's debt will be settled, and we can give you some of the spoils if there is anything left.
Just a few. Just a few knickknacks or trinkets. That'd be nice. And go ahead, Bulgrim.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just curious about how Burden gets the debt. So what did he do to owe you? But this can wait. Sorry, please.
He owes me cigarettes.
Wait, what?
The last time we were at dock, he's standing there, and you know how he talk. He's like, "Oh man, I could really go a cigarette, man." And I have cigarette, so I give him cigarette. He owes me cigarette. He owes me favor.
I have to talk with him when we go back.
You never asked him what the
Yeah, that's true.
what the debt was.
This tiny
Well,
friend.
we'll take a few treasures, and also this could be the start of a good acquaintanceship or partnership. If you need some more help in the future, we'd be happy to help. Or maybe if we needed some advice or a tiny shoulder to lean on, it'd be helpful to expand our connection.
And he just kind of goes, "I drink to that," and pours you another round of this swirly, purpley drink.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
Right, Soren. Seraphon, give me constitution saving throws for the two of you.
It's just like,
Oh no!
I figured it was like Solange.
Slange. Okay, Seraphon, you're fine. Soren, oh, your cheeks are flushed. You're feeling a bit wibbly wobbly around the edges.
Oh. Oh, the ship is going real fast.
The ship is spinning.
Yes.
Right, well, I better get back to it. Need to reorganize the skeletons. I can see they are starting to wobble. Nighttime. Will you be sleeping all night? Will you be doing watch in case you see the beastie?
Oh, we can do watch.
Yeah, we'll help watch.
Perfect. All right. Right then. If you need me or if you need Trinian, just scream. And he gets up and heads back up the stairs with a slight wobble in his step.
Wow.
I knock Soren on the shoulder and
You nearly knock him over.
You kept your posture. Nice. Pretty good. We make a heavy drinker out of you. No worries.
We'll make an alcoholic out of you. Yeah.
Well,
I want to grow up to be just like my dad, Bulger.
My dad.
No, you have to work a bit on the beard, but yeah, I think we fine. We will make it.
Oh man. That's so funny.
Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of good hours till sundown, so you spend the rest of the day just wandering around the ship, seeing how things are run. You see Trinian again, just bossing the skeletons around. Okbar goes up back onto the helm and does more of his necromancy to keep the skeletons up and going. Is there anything you want to do before you do shifts? Shifts. Anything you want to look out for, or?
I want to spend some time and change the Crimson Rite on my weapon from fire to lightning.
Good choice. Yes.
Because fire wouldn't be so good like on this ship.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soren?
And water.
And water, yeah, you're right.
Soren, you wanting to do anything?
I would just probably do some classic stretches or forms, to keep up.
Monk.
Get some good physical activity in.
Monk stuff.
Yes.
And Seraphon?
I will gaze at the night sky.
Yeah, it's nice out here because you've not got any kind of like light pollution. So the stars all start to kind of like form, and there's hardly a cloud in the sky out here. It's quite lovely. You can see like the constellations, and all the kind of wee twinkle stars up in the sky. You actually catch Okbar occasionally kind of like looking up to the stars. It's quite sad actually.
Oh.
Yep. But yeah, yous go down to your cabins, and what yous wanting to do, yous want a cabin each, like a wee ducat, or yous wanting to bunk into the one and move like one of the things out of the way?
I'll take my own cabin.
Your own.
Yeah, if you feel that way, sorry. I will take the own too.
Yep.
Cool. And yeah, it's just that kind of like a simple hammock, a wee kind of like chair, and a wee dresser, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, very simple.
Cool. Who is wanting to do watches?
If you don't mind, I'll take the first one.
Seraphon? Okay.
Could take the second.
Program.
And I will do early morning. Nice.
Early morning. Sorry.
Early in the morning.
Okay. So yeah, you settle down, and then Seraphon, you get yourself ready for your night shift. Come up onto the deck. Come up onto the deck, and you see the captain kind of like slowing down for the evening, and the skeletons, they still kind of like go about and do things when Okbar's not there, but they're much slower in their kind of like movement and what they're doing. And he kind of like just gives you like a nod as he goes downstairs to go to sleep. And you can do survival, perception.
Let's go with perception. 16.
Perception. Oops. Oh my god, what happened to my mouse there? 16?
And
16. Cool. So yeah, you kind of like watch the skeletons, and then you kind of like have a look out onto the ocean, and you see kind of like birds kind of like floating close to the waves, and you're having a look out, but there's nothing that really kind of catches your eye that would be like, silver, big beast or fish or anything like that. Yeah, you don't really see much.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just continue, I guess, like pacing the ship and its surrounds with rock. Yeah, just try to keep an eye out, but yeah, looking at the stars a lot between looking out to sea.
Rock again is absolutely fascinated by the boat and the water and the kind of the things that you can see like out on the ocean. Probably seen stars and stuff like that before, but the actual like sea itself is all new to him. How good is Rock's sea legs actually? Let's make a roll. See if he's wobbly or not. That is a nat 1. So, As you
no.
are kind of like going round, you see Rock just kind of like topple over, and as the waves like kind of go, like he starts like kind of rolling down the deck and then rolling back up the deck again.
It's just like, Rock, come with me. I'm like scoop him up and like, I like cradle him in my arm, like yeah. Just like,
He's just kind of like, oh, Rock. If Rock could be seasick, he would be seasick.
well, I'm glad it's not throwing up pebbles. Me.
Oh, here comes Belgrim. Cool. So yeah, you don't really see anything at all. And Belgrim, you're next.
Okay.
Nothing to report.
Nothing at all. So yeah, you go up onto the deck. The skeletons are there. They're moving much slower than before, but they're still doing stuff. And you can do survival or perception.
Perception? Yeah. Perception. Let's see.
23, wow. Okay. 23. Cool. So you are walking around the deck and you're having a look out onto the ocean, and you see like the seabirds, you see a couple of fish kind of like jumping out of the water. A couple of the skeletons have started kind of like bumping into each other and have lost a bit more direction, I suppose, since since their necromancer commander isn't up on the deck. But nothing sinister. There's no kind of like sign of like silvery sea monster or anything like that yet.
Yeah. I'm trying not to look over the railing, like into the ocean. So I'm trying to keep a steady gaze focus on some point. Yeah. And quite relieved when I got like changing shifts. So no, someone else has to do this now.
Yeah. So Soren, you're up.
Soren, me boy. Wake up.
Horny boy. Okay, we'll do survival.
Survival.
At sea. Oops, did it work?
I know, let's see.
Nope.
Do it again. There we go.
There we go.
Oh!
Whoa!
Nat 20!
Very nice.
Oh my
Whoops.
goodness. Are you
Okay,
rolling
don't mind
again?
the second roll. It was lagged. It was lagged for some
No,
reason.
you're fine, you're fine. So yeah, it's the sun's starting to come up at this point, and you see as you're kind of like doing the last bit of your shift, Okbar and Trinian are up at this point, and Okbar kind of goes back up to his post. You're kind of having like a morning stretch and a morning walk round the deck. You're getting your steps in. And just out on the kind of ocean, a little bit further out, you see a barrel bobbing along outside on the waves.
Oh. Skeleton. I'll look to the nearest skeleton.
And a skeleton kind of like turns around and like snaps his teeth at you, like.
There's a barrel way off in the distance. Does that mean anything, or do I have to report that to something, or do you?
The skeleton
report that to
looks round and his head like woo woo woo, like kind of spins round.
Oh,
Skeletons don't have eyes. Skeletons don't have eyes. They can't see.
Oh crap. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. They didn't tell me what to do in this situation. Okay. Okay, I'll go to the first mate.
So you go up to,
or they might sleep together. I don't know what their situation is.
Oh no, they're up. They're up and about now. They're standing at the helm. Trinian's like, "Good morning, Soren. How did you sleep?"
Oh, I slept fine. Yeah, I wake up early. There's a barrel off in that direction yonder. I don't know what that means.
Barrel. It might
Floating, bobbing.
Sometimes you see stuff like that. It's fallen off of another ship. Right, come on then. Let's get the harpoon. See if we can get it.
Oh, yes, treasure.
Bit of flotsam and jetsam.
So he gets the harpoon and ties a bit of like rope to the end of it. He's like, right, okay. Do you want to throw it and I'll hold the end and we'll try and pierce it and pull it back in?
Okay. Well, is this a feat of strength or because I can't throw things that far.
I don't know. Just give it a go. The spear itself is quite light. You'd be able to do it with dex, do you think? If you were like, you could do it quickly, so you could use your dex.
Okay, I will. Yes, try and take more special, careful aim and shoot.
Yeah, so it would be an attack roll.
Okay.
See if you can pierce the barrel.
Okay, do I have my proficiency or just dexterity?
You're not proficient in not tridents,
So I'll just dexterity.
harpoons, yeah, so just add your dex.
Perfect. 10.
Just a flat 10, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so you pierce it, but some of the content, which you can't tell what is, kind of falls out a little bit, but you have pierced it. It's like, oh, good shot! Put it in, quick!
Okay, yes. I hope it doesn't get waterlogged or whatever.
I'm sure it's absolutely soaking already, whatever it is.
Oh no. Okay.
So yeah, you pull it up alongside, and then a couple of skeletons come over and start pulling it up as well, and you eventually pull the barrel up onto the deck. If you got like a crowbar or anything like that, you could pull the lid off it.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Go for it.
Yes.
Give me this will be strength for this though.
Okay.
Oh, 17.
Yes.
Yeah. So a couple of the nails and stuff like that are a little bit like rusty on the outside, so it doesn't take too long to pop the lid off of. And inside it is like luxury dresses, like the fanciest dresses you have ever seen. Like Trinian pulls them out and is like, yeah, bloody hells, these are quite fancy.
Yeah. You get all types of stuff on the waters here, right? Including luxury clothing.
I mean, this is the first time we've found luxury clothing. Is that a powdered wig in there? And he pulls it like that's big white powdered wig. He's like, I mean, it's sometimes like food preserves, like some goods of some sort, but this is a first.
You put it on your head?
And he's like kind of turning the powdered wig round till he finds the bottom of it, and he's like, yes, like this, and he like puts it on top of your head. Balgrim, Seraphon, you wake up, come onto deck, and Sorn's get this like the wigs like towered with like kind of ribbons and stuff like that wrapped around it, and it's just about as big as him.
Well, Soren, I don't mean to inquire with what you're doing with this barrel, the harpoon, and a wig. That's
One of the skeletons is wearing one of the dresses.
This is what pirates do, Seraphon. We get loot and we wear it.
Not pirates, remember.
Oh, whoops. Privateers. Oh man, yeah, but it's not quite for me. I don't think. It kind of irritates and makes my head scratchy.
Oh, there's a suit in here as well. Trying to just pull out all this stuff.
Wow.
It looks like, you know how you would have like like Victorian plays. It kind of looks like costumes, you know. There's like dresses, powdered wigs, suits, a couple of pairs of shoes. Like, it's weird.
White stockings.
Yeah. A couple of skeletons are now running around with it on.
I wonder if this had fallen from a ship, or maybe a ship got wrecked.
Possibly, yes.
Oh. Well, would this be a recent thing, Trinian, or how old do you think this is been out here for?
Let's see. If he looks at the barrel, can I tell how old it is? That's an nat 1. It's just like, I mean, shipwrecks do happen, unfortunately. So this could have been at sea for years, decades, weeks, days. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Oh. Well, you could start your own theatre company with us.
Quite. Maybe get the skeletons doing a can or something.
Or a little step dance.
I would actually pay gold to see that at the show. I think that's a good idea.
Oh god, then we'd have to try and teach them how to dance. That's probably a bad idea.
It had to be very short and simple. Something that skeletons naturally kind of do on their own.
Yes. I can imagine if they were doing the can, they'd kick each other's legs off, falling all over.
That's part of the appeal, though. It really shakes things up in the entertainment industry. Something new. Oh man.
So yeah, Trinian gathers all the clothes up, puts it back in the barrel, and tells one of the skeletons to kind of like take it downstairs and store it. I mean, Soren, you found it, so feel free to help yourself if you want to take anything away with you once we're done.
Okay.
Right, well, I'll leave you to your watches. If you need me, scream.
Okay. Do you guys want any of that type of clothing? 'Cause I really don't care. I don't travel with much on me at all.
I'll store as much as we can. Want to pick the nicest dress. A few of the nicest dresses and the nicest suits.
So I'd
And then
say you've got a bag of holding, so you could probably fold them up quite tightly and maybe take like 2 of the dresses, 2 of the suits, something like that.
Cool. We'll do that. And this might be something useful. Either possibly disguised as bribery, or you never know. These things come in handy.
Yeah, this could, go back home at London. This could sell for probably a good amount.
Well, maybe. I hope to see London again. I'm thinking more, maybe, for Davros. It might sweeten the pot a bit for him.
Could work. Vampires do like to dress nicely, don't they?
They certainly do, yes.
I mean,
yeah, they don't
yeah.
wear cheap material.
You can also bring maybe one of the dresses to your beloved.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could find like a nice dress for Mariska. That's a great idea.
Does it come in horse size?
It's all for a horse.
Well, maybe we can trim it down so it's just the top half that has a dress or something. I don't know. And then maybe like a fancy saddle or some frills that follow on the horse part.
She doesn't wear a saddle.
She
Well,
doesn't.
No kink shaming.
You don't know what she has, okay?
Oh my god.
There's some nice tassels.
Some tassels. She's not a horse, she's a centaur.
Okay. We'll figure something out.
Oh man.
Right, it's early morning. Skeletons are running around. What you three doing? They're busier than you three.
We're gonna help you track down the sea monster, of course. Whatever you need us to do will help.
And how are you going to do that? You tell me. Yous are the players.
Okay,
Wow.
this is good. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good chance. Is there like a bird's nest?
Yeah.
Or like one on the mast?
The set. So
Sorry.
there's three masts, and the central one has the bird's nest at the top.
So maybe it has some kind of hunting ground. If we know the last location where it's attacked a ship, maybe we can just go there and.
So they said they didn't know of any ships that had been attacked. However, there was small kind of like tribes of the Trident people that had been wiped out, and that's where they're kind of heading to now. Was the last known kind of like attack area.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's a good chance for us to just all look out during the light of day, to keep a lookout and to keep an eye on things. And maybe we could all take a turn in the crow's nest. And I think it's a good chance for us to look out and be ready to fight if we see something likely from a distance.
Well, if it eats people, Trinian, what are there any like people-sized fishing grounds? Like, I don't know what types of fish would be around humanoid size that maybe it could hunt naturally as well. If there's any schools of fish or areas, it might try and eat that, and that might be a better region to look for.
I mean,
A big
there's
monster.
fish all over the place. It's the ocean.
Okay. And that's a good point. Well, hopefully it comes to the surface then. I don't know. But if it's silver, anything silver on the surface or close to it, that's the only clue. Okay. That's a good idea though, Seraphon. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do watches then. Can split it up throughout the day.
So are you just gonna do crow's nest and then like kind of walking around the deck? Yeah.
Yeah, I think let's patrol the deck.
Okay. Who
I'd
is going up in the crow's nest first then?
I have not done something first in a while, so I'll
Okay.
split the love. I will very nimbly climb up the bones to the top.
Okay. Right. We'll
yes.
come to your rolls in a minute then. So Balgrim and Seraphon, give me perception checks if you are
Yep.
walking the deck. Try to see what you can see.
Perception.
Wow, 22.
20.
22. Dirty
And,
20.
and,
Wow, my god.
Soren
Nice.
and Balgrim, before we set off, I'll cast down some aid upon us.
I mean,
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice.
just to make
So,
doubly, triply.
plus- yeah.
So
plus
5
hit,
max points, right?
max increase, and so plus
Yeah.
5 max, plus 5 hit points.
Wow.
Yep.
So, okay. Wait. Wrong.
Very
wrong,
good.
wrong.
And Soren, you are up in the crow's nest.
Thank you.
So you go up there, and there's a skeleton up there
Oh,
holding a pair of
but you don't have eyes.
holding a pair of binoculars to his empty eye sockets.
Oh my god.
So if you want, you can take the binoculars off the skeleton and get perception at advantage. If you don't take them off, you'll just get regular roll.
I'll say, all right, I'm relieving you for the next few minutes. Go get a snack, Skellington.
So the skeleton,
Skellington.
the skeleton like hands over the binoculars, kind of gives you a salute, and then just throws himself off the top because it's It's quicker. Shatters down on the ground, and you see Akbar go, and he kind of like waves his hand, and it kind of like comes back together again.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So
wow.
Oh,
Oh.
myself. No wonder Akba's always so tired.
Yes. It's like herding cats.
Yeah.
Right, perception,
perception with
advantage.
advantage?
Yeah.
I will take a peek out. Okay, well, come on.
Got the
come on,
binoculars.
big boy. Oh, frick me.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, you put the binoculars like up to your eyes, and there's nothing in the binoculars either. There's no glass or anything. You're just like, what the hell?
These are for looks only.
He's up there pretending to be busy. Seraphon and Balgrim, yous are having much better luck. Balgrim, you spot something on the horizon, and it looks like a kind of... It looks at first like a kind of... maybe like a bunch of rocks like sticking out of the water, you know, in a formation. Seraphon, though, you get a proper pair of binoculars and actually have a look out. And music's choppy, thank you. And off in the very, very distance, you can see a bunch of tridents bobbing in the water. So a bunch of like the same species as Trinian. Kind of various number of them. There's maybe like about 6 of them, something like that. Just kind of all bobbing in the water as if they're maybe like waiting for something.
Okay. So I like call out to be like, "Hoi, Captain Akbar."
Yes.
I'll walk up and there's like a group of tridents to port. Like pointing that direction.
And he kind of like takes the binoculars off you and kind of looks over, and he's like, they must be here for trade. They must have spotted the ship, right? Let me turn her around. And he, they,
The ship.
the ship, yeah, the she. All the ships, they always say a ship's a she, right? Turn the ship towards the group of tridents, and Soren, you kind of like slide down like the Ghostbusters pole. Come and join come and join the guys as they start to approach and kind of like pull up alongside the tridents. You see Trinian go over and kind of like lean over and is like, hello, good morning. Are you here for trade? Hello? Hello? Hey! Hello? Over there! He kind of like is whistling at them, and they're all kind of like facing out towards sea, and none of them turn round or acknowledge you or anything.
Ooh.
I mean, I like this. Trinian?
Peculiar. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. Hello? Over here! And he's kind of like trying to get their attention.
Oh no. Should we? How far out are we from the?
From the Trinians, the tridents.
In the water.
Maybe about like 30-40 feet, something like that.
Can we get a little bit? Is it possible to get closer?
Maybe a little. Could you bring it a little bit closer? So you see Akbar kind of like steer the ship, and it kind of like turns ever so slowly towards them, trying kind of like to creep like round them almost, so that they're like they are facing the ship, because just now they've got their backs turned towards you. So as Akbar turns the ship round and steers it towards, so that they're facing towards the bow of the ship and towards you guys, all the tridents are there, bobbing along in the water, wide-eyed, eyes kind of rolled into the back of their heads, with long, silvery tentacles wrapped around their necks.
Good.
And
Oh
we
my
will
God.
end the session there.
That's a nice cliffhanger. Wow.